Yo, what is up, Chad? Good morning. Hello, hello. Satant, Baranoper, what is up, guys? Hello, hello. How are we? Happy Wednesday. What is up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. How are we? How are we today? Hope everyone is doing well. All right. Oh. Yo, Munzie, thank you so much for the 27 months. Bringing down the clouds today. Yeah, no. More like moving up to the cloud. Moving on up. You know what I'm saying? To the upper cloud side, you know? Yo, he back. Yeah. Munzie and Stoop Kid, thank you guys so much for the resub. Man, a 27 resub right back into a 24-month resub. Thank you guys. Sincerely. Thank you. It's good to see you both. I am back. I'm better than ever. I had to like, I think the best thing I can describe what I have had to do over the last few days, or especially over the last few days, I've basically completely broken every part of myself and slowly been rebuilding it. And it's really been a part of why I've been, gone, man. But it's been a journey, to say the least, man, for sure. But how is everybody? Nice keyboard. Thank you. I appreciate that, Satan. Thank you. Hello, though, everybody. Good morning. All right. So today, chat. Today, the diddly day. I don't really know what I want to do. I mean, I do in some regards. I know that I want to keep getting stuff out of the cluster here so that we can shut it down. And I know that I've already migrated Plex. So here's kind of what's going on, chat, is effectively I've kind of realized that I have a laptop sitting over here that's got a lot of power in it. It's got 64 gigs of memory and a bunch of other things. And long story short, the reason why I'm saying that is because this laptop really can power a lot of the stuff that we have left running in the cloud. On-prem. And so my goal essentially is to shut down 6 physical servers, so that we can just keep the one laptop essentially online. And that's what a lot of stuff is basically. That's really the stuff that we have left to run, again, Plex and stuff like that. That's where probably most of that's gonna go. This laptop is also not necessarily one I use anymore. It's not one that I really, use as a normal day-to-day computer. So in this case, I'd rather put all the power on that laptop, you know what I mean? And then again, just save money. Built-in UPS. Yeah, exactly, right? And that's another, I want to use the laptop effectively. For example, you guys might notice that there's a computer right here. You see that computer right there? That computer, believe it or not, here, I'll show you. Look at this, chat. That computer, if we go to the technology channel in the Discord, and we go to pinned messages, you'll see, look, bam, this is our old router, effectively. And that machine, we want to turn into a SCSI machine, or basically a massive storage unit. And so what I'd like to do is I would like to make the laptop really run CPU heavy stuff and things like that. But then, when we need storage and whatnot, we'll run it. We'll just fill that thing to the brim with hard drives, and we'll be good to go. Yo, what up, Orca? How's it going, buddy? Hello. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. That's kind of the path that we're taking. By the way, chat, I know a lot. Listen, I want to say something really, really quickly that was a massive surprise to me. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Check this out, chat. So we uploaded we've been slowly uploading our VODs to YouTube. As we get them updated or whatever. I uploaded. Look at how crazy you guys are. I uploaded a video on NixOS 2 days ago on our freaking archives channel, and it has already gotten more traction than things on our normal channel. And this is a 3-hour long video. Now again, for us, 286 views in over 2 days with really not a lot of like YouTube, community yet. Like it was very interesting to like wake up and just be like, holy crap. So that was cool. That was really cool. It definitely made me feel more confident that a lot of you guys really do want to learn Nix, So that's awesome. That was really cool, but I was excited at that. Feeling better today. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely feeling a little better. I think the thing that I didn't really get to explain to you guys last stream that I'm still processing myself is just like, there's a lot of things right now that like I want to change about myself personally. The best thing I can say is I've lived a really privileged life. I've been very lucky to be able to do a lot of the things that I've been able to do. And in a lot of ways, that's also made me very complacent in some ways. It's made me very, lazy in other ways. And it's something that like it is a bit of a pattern. If I don't keep myself checked, you know what I mean? I can easily fall back into these patterns. And, it's kind of weird because like after we got partnered, like if you guys remember, like we were hitting Twitch hard when we were trying to get partnered. We were streaming constantly, like 60 hours a month. Like it was insane. And then we got partnered, you know what I mean? And a lot of stuff changed. And I think when those things changed, it made it difficult for us to like know what we want to do next. And so a lot of that's from there, from then to today even has been figuring out like, well, cool, we hit this milestone. Like, what do we want to do now? And we've done a lot of cool stuff since then. But I've definitely felt lost. I've definitely felt like outside of like the Nix stuff and the DevOps stuff, like, I've definitely felt a little lost in just like the things I enjoy doing to, myself as more of like even a personality and a person. So yeah, like I am doing better. I am doing better in the sense that I'm much more sensitive to myself again, which is good. I'm gonna be honest, one of the things I had to do to get here, I did actually have to cut out smoking quite a bit and stop medicating as much. I have really bad anxiety. I do. However, the problem with medication in general, any medication is it can definitely have side effects. And I was like basically treating the anxiety. Like, I guess the best way of putting it is it has nothing to do with cannabis or anything like that, but entirely my over usage of it. Basically, I was just massively over medicating. And yeah, that was also a really bad thing. It wasn't terrible. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? It's not like I was ruining my life per se, but in some ways I might have been, you know what I mean? Like so that was like a big thing for me is like, I kind of realized like, and today's my second day. I've only smoked once in the past 48 hours. And for me, to give you better concept, I used to smoke 8 bong rips a day of dabs. To be completely frank, to be completely transparent with you guys, I used to smoke about 8 to 10 bong rips of dabs a day for anxiety. Yeah, I understand there's a guy inside me who wants to lay in bed, smoke weed all day, and watch cartoons. My whole life is a series of stratagems to avoid and outwit that guy. Yeah, dude. God, Stoop Kid, I feel like we're fucking family, bro. Like, you just get me. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of it, man. In all seriousness, that is very much a lot of it for me. I grew up, suburb little white boy who like had everything he wanted and never really had problems. You know what I mean? And yeah, like, yeah, I think even in my 30s, it kind of hit me like, oh, dude, might be time to wake up. Might be time to start taking stuff a little bit more seriously. So that's what I'm trying to do. Cut bad habits and things like that out of my life. And for somebody like me, 9 times out of 10, it's pretty much just like okay, got to do it. Let's do it. You know what I mean? And then I just like build that cycle into myself. And like I said, I haven't smoked outside of just once, and 48 hours. And whew, yeah, feels different. The easiest way to put it. It definitely feels different. Saw a really good talk from Prime about how he fought fights as AJC at Brighter Case, and I'm sure you've seen it. I related to it quite a bit. Yeah, Prime and I have talked quite a bit about. Actually, to be completely frank, Prime and I have talked a lot about my smoking. Actually, he's he and I have talked about it, and he's been kind enough to sharing his past with me and stuff. So yeah, no, I'm very aware. Yeah, I'm very aware. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. And it's hard to not just lean on something that you always know will get you there. And that was like something else. I like, again, once a day, maybe twice a day, not that big of a deal. But when you're doing it to the point where it's like, all right, I'm going to go eat, let me smoke first. Or, oh my God, I just went through a really stressful thing, I'm going to go smoke first. Like, what you don't realize is you really are like cutting that curve with medication, whether it be pills or whatever. So yeah. Do I smoke cigarettes? Ironically, no. Yeah, no, I don't. And I won't even smoke like green cannabis anymore either, mostly just because I really just try and stay to vapor now, like especially with the amount that I was smoking at the time. I really just try and stay to vapors and stuff like that. But I don't like the electrical vaporizers. You know what I mean? I'm not really a big fan of those. So that's basically why I dabs. THC withdrawal is not fun. The post-acute stage actually lasts around a year. Yeah, Cheeto Bandito, I know that. As a matter of fact, if some of you guys aren't aware, I did actually about a year or two ago before I moved to Hippo, or before I went to Hippo, the company I was working for got bought out. And when they got bought out, they started imposing, you never walk. Thank you, by the way, NES Games. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's hard because I always that's my first default. It's just like, oh my God, I'm alone. I'm going to die alone. And this just sucks. But I really appreciate that. I really do. But yeah, what was I saying? Do you smoke? Oh, how often do I smoke cannabis? As I said, I before I cut my current pattern, I was up to probably 8 to 12 dabs a day. Is the easiest way to put it. Just throughout the whole day. Is your doctor aware that you smoke? It could be important for them to check your lungs more regularly. Yep. Yeah. I've never hidden my drug use with my doctors. I've basically walked in and been like, listen, dude, I've done shrooms. I've done coke. I've done weed. You need to know. I'm not the kind of guy who hides around that kind of stuff. It's more like me being like, hey, bro, I want you to be aware of this so that I'm not shooting myself in the foot. Yeah, no. One of the things that the doctor did say to me that he was worried about was disassociation. And that is very common. That can happen with, really any kind of drug. But yeah, disassociation I've experienced it. It sucks. It is not fun. Anthony Bourdain. I love Anthony Bourdain with all my heart, by the way. I want you guys to know, if you have never watched any Anthony Bourdain shows, go watch them, yeah. Derealization. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Derealization, or did I say that? I don't remember. Again, brain's still trying to work off the new chemical mixture, you know what I mean? I've had derealization for 5 years from smoking weed on Adderall. Yeah, I've definitely had derealization as well. And if you guys don't know what derealization is, it's essentially the idea that nothing matters. The only thing you're focused on is what you're going through, and it's not even real. You know what I mean? You're disconnected from yourself, and everything kind of becomes derealized. Again, that's why it's called derealization. It is hard. It is very hard, especially if you have a panic attack on top of it, which I have literally had both. Living in a dream. Yeah. Yeah, quite literally. Yeah. Speaking of procrastination, the NixOS learning curve has repeatedly deterred me from using it. Decided to finally refer to your dot files and borrow bits and pieces and start making sense to me. Thanks for what you do. Oh, Rexy, thank you, man. Listen, I swear to you guys on everything, I really am trying to get these videos out. I've been going through a lot, chat. I really have been. It's been hard. It's been really hard. But yeah, I appreciate you guys sincerely. I really do. And again, check the VODs. If you guys are interested, I at the bare minimum right now, just because I don't have a lot of editing time and things like that, go to the VODs, check out the VODs, the whole series, the whole NixOS series, the pill series that we were working on is about to starting to get uploaded. Now, we don't want to just upload a bunch of different things at one time and just like overwhelm you guys. So what do? We schedule VODs to go out day over day. So if you, again, check out the archive, check out both, but check out the archives especially, because this one is going to be where a lot of those like pills videos that we were doing are going to be over the next few days. Is it possible to be functional on cannabis? My roommate is utterly messy and he smokes always. When I smoked, I am basically useless. I think so. Okay, I'm going to be fair. One of the things that I always said about myself is like cannabis doesn't affect me the same way it does normal people, and I think that is still pretty true. Here's what is crazy is I was also able to operate at a very high level while also smoking 8 to 12 dabs a day. So like as Orca is saying, it definitely depends on the strain. However, and here's what I will say too, you also have to be smart about it. Like, I'm not ever going to tell anyone to do drugs. Like, I don't think you should. I think it's better for you to, feel your feelings fully. However, sometimes we need them. Not illegal drugs, Chad. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely different by person to person. Keen, here's what I would say. If people understand how powerful tolerance is, you get to a point where your brain changes so much you can't function without it. Yeah, that's where I was. That's basically where I was, and I have detoxed myself over the past even 2 days, and yeah, I definitely feel it for sure. I think, again, keen. I do think it is possible, but I don't think it's recommended. I just don't think you should do it. I think the best way of looking at, those kind of things is like a beer. You know what I mean? Have it at the end of the day after a good hard work, and that's really what I'm going to be doing going forward, I broke my vim.file setup yesterday. Now I can't press enter while in insert mode. Speaking of panic attacks, oh, jeez. I'm sorry, bud. Person by person, yeah, for sure. Thanks for opening up. Sounds like you're suppressing emotional stuff when you're feeling overwhelmed. Hope you get the chance to revisit your buried feelings and actually feel them in the sense virtual. Yo, Storm, you gonna make me cry, man. Thank you so much, bud. You're right. Yeah, you're 100% right. Yeah, I think a lot of us do this. We live in such a fucking insanely just go world. And on top of it, if you're somebody who does know how to go, like you can do that for a long time. And, I, for probably a solid 3 to 4 years at least, have just been doing that, where I've just been like, go suppress. And it got us here, which is like cool, I guess. But you look back and then it's exactly what you said. You need to actually feel and live through these things. So yeah, not a good habit to have. I appreciate that though. Thank you. It's a meme culture. It's a meme want, what I want, what I need. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to speak too rudely towards the current generations. Yo, OcWXD, thank you for the follow, by the way. But yeah, man, I mean, I've gotten sucked in it too, I've gotten sucked into the meme culture, for sure. I've definitely been selfish. And I'm trying not to be, even with you guys. Seriously, like, it was a little rough. I didn't know if I was going to stream today, but then I was like, no, I love you guys. I want to hang out with you guys. So I was like, all right, we gotta put our head up, man. Get this work done. You know what I mean? Like, that's all it is. Cool. Okay. So yeah. What was I going to say? Let's do this. Let's go to vCenter really quickly. I really appreciate you guys. I never know, like, to be frank as well, like, I give you guys what you want. In all seriousness, I give you guys what you want. Like, I know, mostly it's about streaming, programming and DevOps, and I love that stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like, that is what I love doing as well. But I will say this. I really do appreciate these conversations, chat. Seriously. You don't know how thankful I am to have you guys. So, thank you. It means a lot. Yeah. I learned to. Oh, thanks, Cheeto. Salt and Burnham, yo, what's up, man? How's it going? We need the 3-day beard and the moonland. Yeah, I mean the moonlander's here, but yeah. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. Cheeto Bandito, dude, thank you so much for the tier 1, brother. I sincerely appreciate that, man. I'm gonna be fair too. I'm not really good at like taking things. Like I'm not very good at like that is such a nice act of kindness. And again, all of you guys supporting us. I want to be fair. If you guys have never felt that I was sincere, I really am. I'm just not good at it. Like I when somebody's nice to me, my first reaction is like, why? Why? So I never want you guys to think I don't appreciate it. I really, really do. Both of us, both Atoda and I do. I'm just not good at expressing my feelings always. And I'm working on that. That's called trauma. Yeah, I'm working on it. But Cheeto Bandito, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I reject kindness. Nice. It's been a minute. Ever since my DevRel team was disbanded earlier this year, I've stayed off Twitch. Now I'm at a new company and the Dev Advocate, so I'm trolling the streams. Well, hell yeah, man. Listen, I've said this all the time. We don't expect you to be here. You know, we appreciate it when you are, and we're thankful, you know? So do your thing, brother. Do your thing. Take care of yourself. All good. Like, especially if anybody has realized the need of taking care of themselves, it's me. So don't worry about it. You're good, man. It's good to see you back. It's good to see you back. Okay, cool. So honestly, we're kind of in a place, them licenses. Yeah. I mean, honestly, Orca, I wasn't too worried about it. Like, you know, we just go buy it, right? But I don't think we're going to keep the servers on, man. I don't know if you've heard this, Orca, but I don't think we're going to keep the servers on. I think we're going to shut them down. That's like kind of what I've been doing already. I know you caught that last stream, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I do. I think the thing that makes this setup really tough is we're using vSphere. You know, we're able to lean on a lot of stuff, but we're like locked. We can't really, you know, update too much because our hardware isn't super supported for newer versions of vCenter, you know. So it's kind of just like we're just stuck here where it's like, well, we're either going to run, you know, EXSI, you know, or ESXi 5.5, you know, or we're going to try and figure out other ways to, you know, upgrade the hardware and stuff. And like, everything now is really, really in the cloud. And a lot of like what I've been teaching you guys lately and what we've been working with lately has been in the cloud too. So I think it's just like, I think it makes more sense for just us to put all of our costs in one place. You know what I mean? And just be like, okay, this is where all of these costs are going to go. It's going to be in the cloud. We're going to do our work in the cloud. And, you know, we're going to be multi-cloud though. We're not, you know, we're not going to be doing, you know what I mean? I've been wanting to manage a multi-tenant install of vCenter if you want to use me as your cloud. I mean, maybe, dude. Seriously, maybe. I'm not terribly against it. You know what I mean? Something we could talk about. What's up, Hayden? How's it going, buddy? So yeah, actually, I'm wondering if like maybe we should just start shutting stuff down. So this is Ansible, Kubernetes. Damn, that's low latency. What is? Oh, my response. Hell yeah, man. Like 3 seconds before you reply. Nice. All right, so let's do this. Let's go to our Pulumi automation for virtual, not Ansible, virtual. Pulumi Kubernetes. Pulumi GitHub. On-prem. Oh, weird. I don't have the virtual. Seriously? That's weird. On-prem Pulumi virtual. Yeah, this is what we want. All right. I don't know why I don't have this though. That's kind of weird. Git clone bear like this. All right. And then here, wt add main. Right. Yep. And then what do we want to do? We shouldn't have anything. Yeah, we shouldn't have anything too crazy in here. Okay, cool. Oh man, there's so much stuff we gotta freaking get rid of. Okay, so the Circle CI nodes we can delete. We're just gonna and like I'm not gonna actually delete the code per se, but we are going to like, shut down things like the game servers. Those can get shut down. The shares we can't delete those. If we delete these, we're gonna delete like all of our production stuff. Tag category, data center, cluster, data store, network, library, template. Yeah, it looks like these are the only ones. Okay, so right now what we're going to do, chat, is we're going to use our automation, our Pulumi automation, to basically delete all of the Circle CI instances. We're going to delete all the Circle CI instances, and we're also going to delete all of the game server instances. So in total, we're probably going to delete like 10 servers in a few seconds. What do your classes in there look like? I didn't know how to set up Pulumi stuff with just classes. What? Oh, well, okay. So I actually have a YouTube video on this. I think we do. Yeah, I think there's a video in the archives. Yeah, I think there's a video in the archives. Like most of the stuff I've gone over, I've almost like looped now, where I've already kind of talked about it once before. Okay, let's see here. So let's go to videos. There's somewhere in here about components. I could have sworn we had somewhere in here about components. Yo, Lithium X, dude, thank you for the 13 months. Oh my gosh, dude. Thank you for the 13 months, dude. Holy crap. Thank you. How are you doing, Lithium? Hello. 13 months, man. Time just flies with you guys. I seriously love it. Can I ask a question? Yeah, absolutely. I'm alive. I'm glad you're alive. I am very happy about that. Components. Alive. Give me a second. Hold on. Component? Yeah, here you go. Dang, this is an old one. Yeah, so this one. So this one is 5 months ago, dude. Holy crap. Implementing Pulumi resource components. Yeah, here you go. What's up? Should I have to smart brain to be a successful full stack engineer? I'm gonna be real. The fact that you're saying smart brain doesn't make me fully confident that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into, my friend. What do you mean by smart brain? Like what does that mean, so that I understand? Because I don't think I'm very smart, and I'm an engineer. I've been doing it for 10 years. So like, what exactly do you mean by that? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. By the way, chat, only water going forward. I've been drinking, like I'm going to have coffee every now and then, but here's another bad habit of mine, chat. I am a serial orderer. I order way too much food. And I have to stop. I really have to stop. And dude, I'm not kidding. I used to order Starbucks every morning, which is like $20 an order at least for like 6 months or something like that. Yeah, I got to stop ordering food. So we're going to be drinking a lot of water going forward. G Fuel. Oh God, no. Sorry, let me catch up what Mountas is saying here. Smart brain means how long you get something to your brain. If you are getting something fast, you are smart. For me, I just meant that while I'm saying smart brain. Gotcha, no worries. I'm just giving you a hard time. Do you want me to tell you? I will give you the secret to being a good engineer, chat. It is one word. It's one single word. Seriously, it's the only word you need, and it will take you to Fang, Blang, Mang, Jang, whatever fucking words it is these days. Passion. No, not even consistency. Passion. Consistency is good, but passion is what's going to get you through when you're not being consistent. Passion is what's going to make it so that you won't give up on solving that one problem, and you will take this advantage of being, wrong or lost, and passionately push yourself through it. It's passion, man. Perseverance is good, right? Perseverance is good. Consistency is good. But dude, I've been a passionate engineer and not had any of these things, and I've still been able to keep moving forward, because you can't always be consistent. Like you can't. You fail. Sometimes you fail. You got to get it back on the horse and start being. Consistency is diligence. That's all consistency is. And diligence is, what is it called? Like exercised, I guess. Google, yeah, Google for sure. I mean, yeah, Google for sure will help you definitely become a better engineer. I cannot say that Google didn't help me get there, because it definitely did. Passion equals motivation. Passion contributes to motivation. I'm sorry, I gotta be clear. I am specifically saying passion for a specific reason, which is I believe passion fuels everything that you guys are saying. Curiosity, motivation, consistency, interest, perseverance, all of these things. If you are not listen, dog, it's like a relationship. If you're not passionate about it, it's not gonna work. You have to be passionate about it. It's like your job. If you're not passionate about your job, it's not gonna work. It's passion. It's wanting to do it. You know what I mean? No matter what. And passion will give you curiosity. Passion will give you all these other things. Exactly, yeah. In my opinion, at least. So like, Mount, to go back to what you're saying, to go back to what you're saying and really. Sorry, I have a email I had to read. But yeah, no, like I really do think that if you're passionate about it, man, if you want to do it, if you're really focused on it, and you have that passion, like hold on to that. And the second you don't have that passion, that's what you need to work on. Get that passion back so that will influence, other parts of you and help you consistent. But I really do think that being passionate about it is the most important thing. I've never tried to be passionate about things, but the weird part, I've never managed to get the feel for anything. I mean, that might be why. I hate to say it, but, like, it's hard to get the feel of something when you don't give some of yourself to it, get excited, and I think like a lot of, I know a lot of people who just literally go to work, they're very good engineers. They go home to their families and, they don't really even talk about programming, And then there's people like me and you nerds who live, eat, and breathe this shit and, are very passionate. There's no real problem with either way, I think it's all about the perspective there. One is a job, and another one is a passion. You know what I mean? What did I do? Sorry. Yo, Baker, what's up, man? How's it going, dude? I used to skate Baker boards. I think you put an extra not in his message when you were reading it. Did I? Oh, but I think I answered it the right way. I've tried to be passionate about things, but the weird part, I never managed to get. Okay, my bad. Yeah, I did read that wrong. I got you. I mean, it's just, okay, in that case, then, you're probably not finding what you're interested in yet, or you haven't yet, Here's a good example. When I first started programming, I was a front-end engineer. Like, I was a front-end engineer, chat. I did front-end. And, yeah, I was not passionate about it. I was for a while. I was when, I was passionate about it when I started and I got the job and I got all this money and that's when I was pretty passionate about it. But yeah, once I started having to deal with what's up, Baker? How's it going, buddy? Once I had to just get yelled at for making a button on a website or something stupid, I mean, that's when you lose that passion. And I just slowly started losing it, and then I found myself interested in backend. Right. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll do back-end development, and I tried that for a while and I really liked that. However, I got tired of being forced to, build systems that I did not like, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So I then became passionate about being full stack, because full stack means you have more control over the whole stack, So I did that. And then I got tired of that because I was like, well, I really want to make changes at an organizational level, and bam, there you go. So one of the things I realized, one of the things that my passions are, is I am passionate about, what's it called? Solving problems. Like I'm a passionate problem solver in every part of my life. You can ask anybody that is close to me. I'm very much a passionate problem solver. And so that's a good thing to have as a DevOps engineer. You know what I mean? That's like what, and so if you were to be like, hey, BG, like, do you think you'll ever, not do DevOps or anything? Maybe, but I will say at the same time too, I don't think I'll ever go back to just like, building features. I'm already at a point now where it's like I want to impact the company. You know what I mean? I want to make changes and solve problems at that level, and that's like what interests me. So I think I feel you. I would say keep searching, my friend. Keep searching. Sounds like my nice. Ooh. I'm addicted to the rush of coincidence and endorphins when I make a really sexy solution to a problem and I'm the king of the galaxy for a minute. I mean, that's how it feels, right? It's like, I beat you, universe. We gonna say now. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, I totally feel that. I get that same feeling. DevOps in general are passionate problem solvers. So passionate, in fact, that they'll solve problems that don't exist yet. Yeah. Sounds familiar, huh, Orca? Sounds familiar. All right, let's do a Pulumi refresh really quick. Oh, dang it. Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to get a secret that you guys were not allowed to see. Yes, I'm in the same boat. I'm much more preferring DevOps up at the moment because they're solving internal problems, and I've built up the rapport and expertise with technical manager here that I'm one of the 2 people at the company who explicitly trust technical choices, so I can definitely say I'm with you on enjoying the businessy stuff, BG. I mean, it's an up and down thing. I'm going to be fair. Like, I also do not like dealing with stupid business people. Sorry. But like, there's a lot of people who are higher up than me that are just stupid. And I'm not necessarily talking about Hippo. I'm just saying like in general, like that's just kind of the thing, right? And yeah, like when you do start getting up to this point, you do start hitting that wall a bit of like, all right, I'm supposed to be here to solve your problem. Technically, like, why aren't you letting me do that? You know what I mean? So it has its own challenges, but it also has its own rewards, Yeah, it's definitely a seesaw. Definitely a seesaw for shoresies. Absolutely. Also, I know somebody redeemed sit and stand, but I'm already standing. I beat you to it. So yeah, it's already being done. Yo, PD Gamer, what's up, man? Thank you for the follows. By the way, guys, I do want to say this. If you ever want to, hang out, chat, feel free to be a part of the community, man. We've got a pretty wonderful place in that little server filled with some great nerds who are there to, talk shop with you. So if you're interested. Pushing it against corporate people is definitely a pain, especially when trying to convince them to invest in a solution to a problem early so much we don't have the problem of dealing with it when our scale is much larger. The Discord is paw, guys. Yeah, it's a good place. I mean, it's like our Discord is very focused on helping people. Like I said, we really have built a lot of our stream around like, if you have questions, ask, stuff like that. So feel free. Yo, Hayden, thank you for the 30-month, dude. 30? Yo, that is definitely over 2 years. Holy crap, bro. That's crazy. We've known each other for 2 years. I can't even believe it. Hayden, thank you for the 30 months, man. Thank you, brother. That's crazy. All right, so let's do this. Let's do Pulumi preview. And we should be deleting some thingsies. And if you remember, I do remember that, dude. I do remember that. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And like now you have one, dude. Like it's so crazy, man. I've gotten the, I'm gonna say, privilege to hang out with so many of you people. It sounds. What do you mean, you people? I don't mean it like that. I love you guys. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I go for jokes whenever I can, and it's not always a good thing. So I apologize. But yeah, like I've seen so many of you guys like. I've seen so many of you guys like, come in here and be like, oh, I'm trying to, get into engineering. How do I do it? And then like, slowly progress into like, getting jobs in it and stuff. And it's like, it's so cool, man. It really is. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. What's up, Inexpensive? How's it going, buddy? Father, father, I am looking for you, father. Father. Sorry. Eric is father. That's fine. I'll be your daddy. I might not been your father, but I'm your daddy. Okay. That was fun. That was fun. I might not have been your father, but I was your daddy. I feel like Mary Poppins. I love that movie. It's so good. I love Zondu. He's such a funny character. Yeah, whatever his name is. What the hell, BG? I'm quoting Guardians of the Galaxy, okay? It's not that bad. Who's your daddy? Okay, sorry. All right, let's delete these VMs. Okay, so we're going to delete all of the Circle CI runners, and we're going to delete all of the game servers. You don't remember that? Dude, that's... Okay, anybody who doesn't... Okay, listen, at this point, if you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't know what to tell you. It's when he's you know, leaving this universe, Hayden, and he's talking to what's his face? The quote, he's like, hold on, I'll just pull it up. I'll just pull it up, chat. I'll pull it up. Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me find it. Dude, I'm gonna get doxxed because of this. It's like, they have such good, like, protections around this kind of thing. There you go. All right, here you go. Here you go, chat. Here you go. Can you guys hear this?
He may have been your father, boy, but he wasn't your daddy.
You can't hear it? Can you not hear it at all? You should be able to hear that. It's quiet. Oh, okay. Yeah. This scene right here. This is you guys.
He wasn't your daddy.
I might not have been your father, but I was your daddy. There we go. Yeah, there you go. That's how I look at you guys, chat. I might not be your father, but I'm your daddy. All right, let's delete these VMs. What the fuck? Out of context. That sounds so wild. I know, right? So BG wants to chat. Call him daddy now. Go for it. I mean, hey, go for it. I'm fine. Wouldn't be the first time. You could be my daddy. Cool. All right, let's delete these VMs before we completely turn into, you know, just completely on a different path here. Okay, so we're going to delete our Circle CI VMs, and we're going to delete all the game servers. Honestly, I see no need to keeping these. What the hell is chat becoming into? We're evolving, chat. Or we're evolving, Hayden. That's what we're doing. We're just evolving. Okay, they're going. All right, so if we watch this... Daddy BG. I like it. Mom, this guy on the internet is saying he's my daddy. I like that. That's actually hilarious. Okay, so there we go. Yep, there we go. See him? See them all getting deleted? Bam, gone. Wait, so the GTA 5 server wasn't provisioned with automation? I didn't realize that. Okay. All right, well, the Circle CI folder, we're going to go ahead and remove this from inventory. We don't need this anymore. And yeah, I didn't realize oh yeah, no, you know what we did? Yeah, I remember this now. We did because it's Windows. Okay, so let's delete from disk. This, delete the virtual machine. Orca, this is the way to like manually delete everything with a VM, right? This is how you do it? I think so. I think this is right. I'm about to do it in a second, though. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, cool. All right, delete from disk. Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks. The delay. I happen to do that from time to time, chat, where I'm like, hey, I need somebody right now. But I don't. Yeah. Okay, delete from disk. Yes. Goodbye. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Game server. Okay, cool. All of the game servers have been deleted. So the only thing we really have left running on the VMs now is just the Kubernetes cluster. It's just our 6 nodes and some random stuff. I don't even think we need the Kubernetes machine anymore because I don't think we're actually connecting to any NOS anymore either. So I think technically that one could go. However, I don't know what data is on that, so I don't really want to just like delete it just yet. You know what I mean? Cool. Okay. Well, that's good. We've got a little bit more cleanliness to our setup here. Let's go to rack 0, balanced. Oh wow! Holy smokes! What did we delete? That was like, holy crap! That's crazy. No volts in the pole. What? Oh. I mean, you're welcome to vote, Chad. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen. I don't think you really gave them a question there. I don't think you really gave them an option there, Hayden. That might simply be why. That might simply be why nobody's doing it. It's a rigged game. I did. I gave them a yes or yes. Sean Evans' voice. Programming is still super... Oh, whoops. Hold on. Sean Evans' voice. Wait, Sean Evans, like the guy from Hot Ones? Is that what you're referencing right now? Programming is still super popular to pick up, and that attracts... Hot Ones, yes, nice. And that attracts not only half-hearted developers, but also half-hearted YouTube courses that promises too much in short time. With that in mind, how would you introduce a brand new developer to DevOps? What is the hello world in DevOps? I guess I'll just spoil it for you now. I'm making a course on that. Yeah, I'm making a course on that. So you're going to have to get the course. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So I'm, yeah. I might as well just share it now. So TLDR, again, Prime is one of our great friends. And a while ago, he reached out to me, because he does, front end master stuff. And, he was like, hey, they might really like, what you do, because, obviously there's not a lot of stuff out on the market for DevOps either. So maybe you should do a front end master's course, or at least like, a, what's it called? Training day or whatever. And so that's what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm literally working on helping you guys with that. If I can try and that will be not until next month, by the way. That will not be until next month, but we'll be doing that sometime next month. You're supposed to say great question and cough from DeBomb. Great question. Shut up and take my money. Well, thank you, Sweetie. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm excited for you guys, really. Like I didn't know what the best approach to take, right? Because again, we've got like so many venues. We've got the YouTube stuff. We've even got Alta 4 Wiki still and all these other things. And so I didn't really know what path would be a good one. And again, when Prime was like, hey, like maybe you might like to do front end masters as well. It did make sense. Yeah, it did make sense. So yeah, I don't know. I feel terrible. I gotta like update my what's it called? My like bio, I guess, on it or whatever. But yeah, we'll be doing that sometime next month. So, to try and give you at least like something right now, it's hard. It's really hard because like at the moment, DevOps is heavily focused on problem solving. Like good DevOps is just heavily focused on solving problems. You know what I mean? And I think that if you don't really have many problems that you need to solve, like, or you're not looking for those problems to solve them, then DevOps becomes really hard to kind of like get into. You know what I mean? I know that's not like a great answer because I want to give you more than that. The best thing I guess I can say is try getting yourself, more like it's hard because with DevOps too, like you kind of have to spend money, you know what I mean? Or you have to figure out how to do it for free. I figured out how to do it like semi-free, which was like, you know, having all of these servers and, you know, setting up my own stuff. And like, and that's a great way of getting into DevOps is just exploration. Like, you know, jumping into figuring like, how do I just start asking questions, right? Solving problems. How do I, you know, how do I provision a VM in Amazon? Okay, now how do I provision a VM in Google, right? Now, how do I provision a VM in Azure? Cool. Now you know how to make a VM and all of those things. Now do the next thing. How do I do this and that and this and that? And it's not so much about like working with clouds, but it's like figuring out how to solve problems with the tools that are available to you. And then eventually you get to a point where you start learning like how to build your own tools to solve those problems as well. But you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? So I do think that that's like a good way to start, just kind of like jumping in and playing. You know, one of the best things that helped me early on was GitLab, actually. Yeah, GitLab was a pretty massive thing for me because GitLab has like so many requirements that you have to do in order to like get it running. You know, like you've got to get the main instance up. You've got to get runners as well. Like you've got to like there's just so much stuff that just hosting GitLab requires. That yeah, like it's actually, I would say it's, you know, like that's not a bad way to start, you know. Yo, I am Art. Hello, how's it going? For me, it started with gaming servers, just learning what a server is and wants. Then I got curious. How does he... Exactly. Curiosity. Yeah. And that's why I say, you know, going back to that earlier conversation of like passion, like that, like I'm telling you what I did. You know what I mean? I was very passionate about it to the point where like, yeah, I was just like, all right, well, you know, I'm just going to keep doing this. And I kept doing it. And I kept doing it. Okay, so the container agent, we don't need this anymore either. We can definitely get rid of that. Yeah, man, the cluster's like really empty now. This is crazy. We only have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 VMs. 10 VMs? Wait, so 3, 6, 9, yeah, 10. So much space for activities. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, I really would, but like, I think the reality of it is the cloud's going to be the big space for activities for us. Yeah, I definitely think so. Okay, so we have deprovisioned the VMs we don't need, right? And we've also removed all of the other stuff from the Kubernetes cluster that we don't need. So what's really running here, outside of like Circle CI, is like what we're actually using at the moment, right? We use Rabbit for recording pipeline stuff as well as Redis. What we probably should do is put RabbitMQ and Redis in the same namespace as this, and then like make recording pipeline like its own thing. You see what I'm saying? So chat, what we were doing originally is we were saying like, all right, we're gonna deploy some services that are like used globally against like all services in the Kubernetes cluster, right? Now that this is more like isolated, it makes more sense for us to say like, okay, let's take the recording pipeline namespace and let's put Rabbit in it and let's put Redis in it so that when we deploy the recording pipeline, it gets its own Redis, it gets its own RabbitMQ. And like, yeah, I think that's something we should probably do as well. Yeah, we can do that right now actually. Here's a question though, chat, and I want to know your guys' opinions on it. How do we feel about running like a 3-node Kubernetes cluster on a singular actual like host, right? So like 3-node VM on the laptop. I'm in an interesting scenario right now where like I already have a ton of automation around like how to deploy the recording pipeline, you know, how to deploy some of these other things. And I don't know if I want to like basically I either keep it in Kubernetes and then I just run it, you know, whatever, or I don't deploy this to Kubernetes and I just do like a very simple VM deployment, you know what I mean? Where I just be like, all right, well, here's a VM, you know, run it. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to do that. You are running stuff on a laptop. Yeah. So the TLDR is that we're shutting down the Kubernetes cluster and really a lot of the on-prem servers for the time being, because they're definitely, for starters, you know, money just like guzzlers. The electricity is definitely a big cost, to say the least. But as well as just like, we kind of just want to have everything in one place. And so what I've decided is like, we're going to kind of fall back on like more of like a home lab thing now, where like, I know you're like, BG, didn't you already have a home lab? Yeah, but no. The level of which I'm doing it is far more close to like something you would do at a company than just like, hey man, I got a couple of computers laying around, why don't I just use it? You know what I mean? Like that's, yeah, it's literally like a home data center. Yeah. So we're moving away from like a home data center, and we're more moving towards like a home cloud, like or like a home lab, really. And this home lab is like, the idea is like, well, I have a laptop right here, sitting right here, that's got I think it's 8 cores. It's an i7 and 64 gigs of RAM in it. And so we could literally put most of like Plex with 8 gigs of RAM and 4 CPU is already there running like a dream, man. Plex has been running great. TwinGate also has a one core 2 gig RAM VM as well. So right now we've only consumed 10 physical gigabytes of RAM on the 64 gigabytes of available RAM on this laptop. So that's kind of what I'm asking myself here is like, does it make sense to just throw a small Kubernetes cluster on this laptop as well, and then just like redeploy the recording pipeline, right? Or does it just make more sense to be like, all right, let's create some VMs and, you know, and put the recording pipeline, like, you know, manually deploy it. Problem is with manual deployment, you know, it's manual, so it's not easy. However, also with Kubernetes, it means now I'm managing a Kubernetes cluster. You know what I mean? And I did have a follow-up question. Yo, Bits and Flights, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that. I did have a follow-up question as well that I'm curious about what you guys might think, which is Nomad commonly used in a single node scenario, or is Nomad also like Kubernetes where they're like, yeah, you can do that, but like you shouldn't? You feel me? Because that's something else I'm slightly considering is like, yeah, Nomad being the HashiCorp thing. Yeah, this thing. HashiCorp Nomad. Do they? Like, I almost just like I personally don't think there is a wrong with a single node for Kubernetes. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, it's simply just, you know, a single node with everything on it. So I get that. It's more so like setup. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I want to go to like, I don't know if I want to go completely like, honestly, I'd rather lean on something like Nomad here, because it's like all I really need, chat, is just a way of running these containers. You know what I mean? And like basically keeping them containerized, but I don't really need to like go to scale. So like, honestly, it's kind of at the point where it's like, you know, I could even just run Docker on the host by itself. Bam, bam, boom, calls it a day. If your box is reliable enough, single node Kubernetes for on-prem is going to be fine. It's just container orchestration. Yeah. No tooling around HCL it uses either. Wait, really? Oh yeah, no, I need on-prem. We need on-prem for the recording pipeline, chat, because the recording pipeline uses CPU and a lot of like disk space. So yeah. HCL itself has no tooling. Oh yeah, no, I thought you just meant like you couldn't use Terraform or something, or like Pulumi against Nomad. I was like, that doesn't sound right. I would use Pulumi, Orca. There's more than likely I would use Pulumi. Oh, well, never mind. All right. Guess we're not using Nomad. Wow, seriously? Pulumi Nomad HashiCorp. Bro, I was like, what? Yeah, totally. So here's my thought. Because I have not. Well, okay, so check this out, chat. Check this out. You guys ask me all the time, when should I use something? When should I use something? When should I use something, right? I genuinely think this is not a bad scenario where moving to Nomad here could actually be good. And you might be like, why, BG? Why? Think about maintainability here, right? I don't, even with a single Kubernetes cluster node, right? Like there's still a lot of stuff you have to do to get that running. And maybe not, but like to get a real production ready Kubernetes cluster running, you have to do a lot of stuff. If I just try doing it, you know, I can get like Kubernetes itself running, no problem. But like if I want to do it with like kubadmin or something like that, it's going to take a little bit more time. What makes Nomad very interesting to me is like, I'm very aware of how simple it is to use. And so, have you watched, I'm sorry, I don't need to watch his video on that. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't need any help with that. I'm very, very good at that. Yeah, I appreciate the suggestion, but no, I'm good. Not having it in Terraform at least would be so odd, being it all HashiCorp. Yeah. Oh, how hard it would be to shift off? I don't think it'd be hard. It's still containerized at the end of the day. The only thing we're changing is the oh yeah, no, all good. Yeah, no, I sorry, I thought that was what you meant. I was like, no, I'm good. I got you though, Hayden. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think it would be too bad. I really don't. I kind of want to mess with it. Not so much deploying things to it like Kubernetes. That's what I was saying. Okay, but wait, this is for a provider for managing. Wait, this is a provider for managing to Nomad. Not so much deploying things to it like what? That doesn't make sense. What are you saying? I see a new namespace right here. Let's go to the API docs. Job, provider, external volume. Do they just have job? I don't know anything about Nomad, so I would imagine jobs are. Wow, it is really limited though, isn't it? Holy crap. Ugh. Maybe man, I don't want to have to set up a whole Kubernetes cluster on a single node. Kubadmin. Let's see how hard it is. I don't remember. I mean, you could just set up like K3s. Well, okay, so let's think about this. What does the recording pipeline need? The recording pipeline needs RabbitMQ, right? We don't need to use an ingress. We don't need to use an ingress for this. So that's fine. So it's just containerization at this point, right? And data store. Oh. We're going to lose all of our volume support. Rabbit and Redis need volumes, and we're going to lose all of our volume support if we don't lean on vSAN. K3s plus Longhorn. I could use Longhorn. Longhorn might work fine, actually. Yeah, Longhorn might work fine in that regard. Although it just would be like a lot of stuff. Kind also makes it easy. Kind? Yeah, I mean, should I use Kind? Kind? Really? Kind? I've never thought about using Kind for like long-term running. I've only used it for like an hour or two at a time. Longhorn is great. I know. I've used it. I've used kubadmin and Kind. Really? If you're doing a single node, you could just use local. Yeah, I guess that's true, huh? Kubernetes local volume. Yeah, I guess that's true. As long as we can use local volumes, you should be fine. I love K3s because it handles everything below storage for you in the setup. Really? All right, let's look at K3s. Let's look at K3s. I don't want to run something that is really not production ready. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to run a dev thing. I want to run like a production thing. Everything in Nomad is done through Java. Listen, Orca, I love you so much, brother. I really do. I have learned not to take your first thing. Which I'm sure you've done the same for me. So that's why I was just like, maybe I should look at it myself as well. Don't hate me for saying that, by the way. I prefaced it with, I love you. K3s is very prod ready. Really? You're good, man. You're good. It's all good. Lightweight Kubernetes. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go to Nix and let's see if K3s is in here. It should be, yeah. A lightweight Kubernetes distribution. All right, hell yeah. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. I'm down. Z.files. NVim. Packages. Nope. Packages. Thank you. Okay. K3s. God, dude. I got K3s. I got K8s. I got K9s. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, hold on. I gotta check on my cats. 1 second. I brought a boy for you guys to see if you want to see a Fonz. Alphonse is going to be programming now for you guys. I'm just his, like, you know, stand. No? No? You're not gonna? Okay, never mind. You want to jump up here? Come on. Watch this chat. Come on. Fonzie. Come on. Come on, chunky butt. He'll do it. Maybe. He might not. Maybe he doesn't want to get up on the table. Fonzie. Come on. Okay, maybe he doesn't want to do it. Yeah, the one time I want him to do it. Dude, this boy will fly across my table at like all speeds, and now he's just staring at me. I don't know if you can see him. He's right there. He's just staring at me. I'm like, bro, come on. He doesn't want to do it. The only thing I'd be concerned about with a large K3 install as a primary cluster is SQLite. ETC on a normal cluster fits the role better. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but if it's just a single node, like, that's not that bad. What the fuck? Oh, just switch personal. Wait, what? Oh, whoops. Just VMware test. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I'm caught up. Go get some more water while this is installing. Have any of you ever rage quit a course or project? God, yes. So many times, bro. So many times. Yeah. There's like 3 other open source cloud projects I was going to work on before what's it called? Symphony. All right. Get ready. Node takes 30 seconds. Okay, so wait. So whoa, what's happening now? Hold on. What now? Yo, Willie, thank you for the follow, Willie. I appreciate that. Okay, let's so we're gonna take a little side divergence here. We're gonna take a look at K3s. Okay, so chat, if you guys have never known or taken a look at K3s before, we're gonna look at it now. So this is great for Edge, IoT, CI, and ARM. Interesting. Why use K3s? Perfect for Edge. K3s is highly available, certified Kubernetes distribution designed for production workloads and unintended, resource-constrained remote locations or IoT appliances. Oh, that's pretty perfect. K3s is a package, a single 60 megabit binary that reduces dependencies needed to install. Dude, this is crazy. Both ARM and ARM7 are supported. Oh, that's cool. All right, so how it works. Ooh, they gave me this is a pretty flow chart too, chat. I like this. All right. Okay, so we have a K3 server, which runs in a single process. and that process runs the supervisor, kind, the API server, the kube proxy, flannel, scheduler, controller manager, and the kubelet. BG is a sucker for anything pretty. I am. It's true. I am. Whoa. Hey. Stupid cat. I love my boy to death, but like he doesn't realize he has nails and he cannot put his nailsies through the grate on the door. Like, so the door is open right now, so that like the boys can like get fresh air and stuff. But we have like a, like a metal, metal door, like whatever the like, whatever door, I can't remember, whatever. But we've got one of those, so we're like, we can just lock it and they can just hang out there and watch. But like every now and then, and I hear it, one of them will like jump up and like put their claws in, and then they just get stuck. And like, that's why I had to run really quickly, because I don't want my little boy to hurt himself. Okay, sorry, let's take a look at this. So the K3 server, so wait, when this says it's running in a process, is this a container? Like, what exactly is this process? Supervisor, kind, API server, kube proxy, flannel, scheduler, controller, and kubelet itself, which then goes to containerd to run pods. And then the K3's agent is a tunnel proxy, kube proxy using flannel, and then that goes to kubelet to containerd as well. Okay, so yeah, this is pretty lightweight. Wow, this is pretty lightweight. You can run in a container though if you want. Okay, cool. Download Kubernetes. Okay, and then run the server. So K3's server and K3's kube control get node. Well, wait, I don't understand. Do I have to do this? Or can I just do K3's kube control get node? Installation. Quick start. Install service system D. No, I don't want that. I've already got it installed. I don't care about any of the configuration options right now. Wait, what? Okay, I'm confused. Hold on. I am confused. So they do the curl, and then should I just do this? I don't know if Nick sets up that unit up for you. It's not going to set up the unit. I don't think it's going to, at least. Let's try this. NixOS K3s. Yeah, there we go. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna, let me take a look at this first. This is required so the pod can reach the API server, networking firewall ports. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Because see, look, they've already got it set up. So, okay. So let's do packages. Let's get rid of K3s here. And then let's go to, configurations, I guess. Nix, Darwin. Yeah, it wouldn't be under, I don't think it would be under configuration. Where did I put that? It'd be under home manager? Or is this a home manager K3s? NixOS. I know. I'm just trying to see if it has to be system level, you turds. Calm down. All right? Calm down, nerds. You aren't asking the right questions. You're just giving me answers. That's not how we solve problems, chat. I'm seeing if it has to be system level. Okay, well, I'm gonna look myself, all right? So calm down. All right, let's just do it that way. All right, so if that's the case, then this is gonna be configuration. We'll do it for NixOS because we won't be able to do it on Darwin. Yeah, or at least I'll have to figure out how to do it on Darwin later. NixOS system defaults hardware VM. Import NixOS. Yeah, okay, let's go to system. I like how this is basically mod chat. Holy crap. Yeah, it has become mod chat. What the hell? Wow. Fair enough. I mean, hey, I don't care. As long as you guys are hanging out, it doesn't bother me any. I think today's a slow day on Twitch, to be honest. What's up, Somni? How's it going? I just lurk. No, lurking is totally allowed. Like, totally fine. I am the moderator that moderates you. That would be me. That would be me. All right, let's get this installed. So, networking firewall. Oh, dang it. So, networking firewall enable false. Oh, I've got the firewall completely disabled, so we're fine. Services. Okay. Xserve, TwinGate, PyCom. Okay, so let's do this. Let's say KLMNO. Okay, yeah. So services.k3s. Come on, dude, you're killing me. Oh, here, let's just move this over here. That'll be easier. K3s.enable equals, oh my gosh, enable equals true. Oh, you know what? There's like a bunch of stuff here. I like to do this when I'm actually not a big fan of like the multi-line. Like I'd much rather have it all in one, you know what I mean? So we're going to say enable equals true. We're going to say role equals server. Extra flags equals toString. Optionally add additional args to K3s. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I like this. And we'll even like take their example. I got you. Yeah. That'll be good. If if we ever do like decide we want to lean into this more, we totally can. Role extra flag system packages equals with packages, right? I really don't need to do it for one thing, but it's fine. And then we'll say K3s. Is that commented out though? Yeah. On line 4. I could do this. It really makes you feel better. Oh, yeah, you're right. It is, isn't it? That's weird. That's actually very odd that they tell you to enable it. Well, I guess you're just enabling the service. Yeah, I guess you're just enabling the service. Here we go. System packages. So, curl dunst K3s. That looks good, right? After enabling, you can access your cluster through kube control or by using the generated kube config in. Oh, so it uses, dude, see, this is so interesting. They like K3s apparently is just an amalgamation of like all of these other open source Kubernetes projects, right? Like that's basically what this looks like. Oh, I know that taking their example does nothing. I put it there as an example for myself. Yeah. Aware of that though. That's all any flavor of Kubernetes is nowadays. I know, but I like the original flavor. You know what I'm saying? I'm very much a vanilla guy. Let me do it one more time, just to be sure. Okay, so we should be able to do sudo K3s kube control. Do I have to do sudo? Kube control. Do I have to do sudo or use the generated config? Oh, because it's rooted. It's root. Get nodes. Oh yeah, look at that. Holy crap. Nice. Okay. Okay, so then I should be able to do like kube control git pods, right? All right, that's pretty nice. All right, so what else can we do here? So K3's built-in container D does not support ZFS snapshotter. However, it is possible to configure it to use an external container D. I think I'm already doing this. Virtualization, NixOS system env, yeah. So virtualization, we've got Docker enabled, we've got Podman enabled. Should we enable container D as well? Right? Should we actually enable container D too? Is Docker gonna have problems if I enable container D? It shouldn't, right? What the oh, interesting. Doesn't Docker run container D? It depends. It depends on what version you're using, but newer versions do, yes. Okay. Services K3. Oh yeah, and then look, here's the extra flags. So here's a question then. Should we have Docker enabled? Because I'm worried that these might step over. Actually, they technically won't. Except for the Unix socket. Z or CD run. What is it? Run container D. God damn it. Container D sock. So yeah, there's no socket here. Yeah. So I don't think I'm actually using container D with Docker right now. I might not be. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do NixOS Docker. There's a probability that with Docker you just have to like do some kind of enabling or something. Virtualization Docker. Compose. No. I'm slightly nervous that if I enable container D, it's gonna like mess some things up, but maybe not. More options enabled. Oh, here we go. Storage driver. Overlay ZFS. Set socket variable. Rootless package. Rootless enabled. Rootless daemon settings. Oh, you can do rootless with this? Holy crap. I didn't know you could do rootless. Daemon settings, auto prune. Dude, it has auto prune built into it? What the heck? When did this happen? That's fair. That's fair. That makes sense. That's fair. Okay, let's get this wired in then. Let's get this wired in. So container D, we're gonna enable it. We're gonna say settings equals. I'm just gonna copy all this because no way I'm typing all this crap out. We'll type it out. Whatever. I'll type it out actually. Then I'll know the formatting is at least good. Let full CNI plugins equals. I'm just gonna copy it. Now that I look at it, I'm like, ooh, I might mess this up. There we go. Okay. So we've got the plugin stuff set up now. Right? We got Docker. Right? Now we need to go to the extra flags. Whoop. We'll grab this. This is only if you want ZFS support. No. Yeah, that's all this is. Yeah. Which I use ZFS for a lot of stuff. Like I do actively support ZFS where I can, so. It doesn't look the same? Really? Well, is it just because we don't have this? Because all of this should... let's take a look. Maybe you might be right. So container D, enable, true, settings. The only thing I didn't do is I did this. Yeah, I did this. So it's supposed to go like this, technically. Yeah, I didn't do this. Yeah, there you go. Is that you didn't do virtual? Oh, yeah. Because it's in a thing. It's already in the virtualization. Yeah. What is this? Oh, okay, so you just moved your kube config. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay. All right, so we got the plugin set up, and we have the added thing, right? Where'd it go? Yeah, here it is. Container runtime. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think this is it. We've got ZFS support now. We don't need to worry about a multi-node setup at least yet. Yo! Oh my god, I'm a total idiot. I'm stupid, chat. I'm stupid. I've already admitted to this, but I'm so stupid. Chat, we should be running NixOS VMs and then just create derivations for our VMs. Why am I so dumb? Why am I so dumb? Yeah, that's what we should do. Like that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. If you're running VM, use NixOps. We'll see about that. I know about NixOps, but no. I mean, this is my personal dev setup, Orca. This is just my personal dev setup. Yeah, but again, chat, we have the power of Nix in the palm of our hand, and what that means technically is that we could get NixOS in our VMs and then just like do the exact same thing here. Scam likely. No, I was only looking at it from a orchestrator perspective. I wasn't looking at it from like an operating perspective, if that makes sense. So now that I think about that, yeah, we should just create Nix VMs and then just create Nix configurations for those VMs and call it a day. Guess I'm giving you too much credit. Orca, shut the up. How do you think Nix excels over Ansible? Actually, that's a totally fair question, LeFew. You're not on a bad road with that question. It's a good question. Nix is declarative. Nix is configuration based. And Ansible is imperative. I've talked about this often, where what is the difference between imperative and declarative? Imperative basically means you have to follow a set of steps to get to where you want to be, right? Declarative means I'm going to write a configuration like this, right? I'm going to write a configuration like this so that every time I run it, it goes the same way every time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's that NixOS is imperative, or I'm sorry, NixOS is declarative. It also has complete control. Like it is all like, let me put it to you this way. Ansible is not reproducible. It's not. Sorry, Ansible. Love you. It's not reproducible. It is too imperative for it to be truly reproducible. Whereas like Nix, if I wanted to, I could literally configure this operating system to run as a server and then just switch my configuration back over to my normal machine and I'd be good. Like, does that make sense, chat? Like Nix makes it so that you can reproduce anything anywhere. And so yeah, like if I wanted to, I could actually like make my VM right now turn into a VM for whatever just by running the configuration. Whereas like Ansible, there's a lot of other things. Yo, Digital, what's going on, man? Is that a moonlander? It is a moonlander. It is indeed. It is indeed. Joha, I think. Hello. Sorry if I said your name wrong. So with imperative, is it more common to run into issues with some, for the lack of a better term, dependency is missing or misconfigured? Yeah, I mean, think about it like this. Imperative just simply means that every time you want to get to where you want to be, you have to rerun all of the previous steps to get there. So imperative is in a lot of ways is like a set of database migrations. You know what I mean? You imperatively apply these migrations to eventually get to the state that you want to. Whereas like Nix is like, just tell me what state you want and I'll get you right there then through the configuration. You know what I mean? Ansible is more focused on like, this must do this to do this to do this to do this to do this. And if there's any failure in any point in that that configuration or in that run, then you got to restart over completely. So yeah, those are massive differences between the two. Starting out with Chef because of my job, how does Chef fall into imperative/declarative? Dude, I haven't used Chef in a while. I'm pretty sure it's configuration based, right? So I think it might actually be declarative. That depends on how people use Ansible. I would argue that. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that depends? Because, I mean, if you use, like, let me put it to you this way, LeFew. If you use one thing, then, okay, sure. But if it's like a step after step after step after step, there are modules on Ansible that make it more declarative. So the thing that I'm really trying to, like, iterate here is more so that Ansible has to go through step by step to get you to where you want to. Whereas with Nix, you just say, I want to be here, right? And then you go there, right? Nix builds everything, runs everything, and does it. So that's, like, whether if it's modules that you can import or stuff like that, like, true declarativeness versus imperativeness is just the simple saying, I want this to be this way, and it just does it, right? Ansible is like, I have to do this, 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 to get there, right? Nix underneath the hood can do all of those things for us, right? Like think about Ansible in a common scenario of like SSH, setting up SSH, right? Well, in Nix, like, look. There. That's how I do it. Services.OpenSSH, enable. Services.OpenSSH, password authentication. Services, like look at that. I'm like, with Ansible, you'd have to do like 5 different things to get this. You'd have to first make sure through packages that OpenSSH is installed, right? The next thing you'd have to do is modify the configuration of OpenSSHD so that the password authentication and permit login are not there. That's at least 2 steps where one of them could fail. And on another thing, the first step could fail because of other things like, I don't know, the package manager's not set up right. I don't know, it could be a lot of different things. Nix just does all of these things for you. Yes, Nix, Chef would be imperative. It would technically not be declarative, yeah. Declarative, again, is getting the result that you want by declaring it directly. And I know that sounds like, well, doesn't that what Ansible does? No, because Ansible has to do step by step to get you there, and it can fail, and it doesn't have like things like oh, well, I stopped here, I want to start there later. Like Nix can do that. Nix is lazy in the sense that it does all lazy loading, and so like Nix can fail at a certain build and then just pick up right after in the next build when it tries to reevaluate the thing. There's a lot of it, chat. There's a lot of it. Like, you're not like, and I'm not even trying to say Ansible is like, I feel like a lot of the times when I'm talking about like one piece of technology or another, I'm like, I feel like you guys, and again, I'm not trying to assume here. I'm just saying, I feel like the natural response in a lot of ways is like, oh, is it replacing it? No, bro. No, it's not. What we're simply saying is that the differences between the two, that's it. Do I still use Ansible? Oh yeah, absolutely. We use Ansible heavily at Hippo. I use Ansible literally every single day. But do you know what I do use it for versus I don't? We use it just for configuration. That's it. We don't use it for setting up VMs and doing all these other things. It's just for configuration and making sure that, the configurations are up to date wherever they need to be. Like that's it. You know what I mean? We don't try getting too crazy with it. So like that's as far as I go with it. Well, are you talking about Hippo, Orca? EC2 provisioning? What? No, that's in Terraform. Thanks for the takeaways. I'll take a look at Nix. Yeah, and listen, LeFew, anybody else interested in Nix, check out both of our YouTubes, okay? I made a video focused on, one video focused on like how to do development with Nix, right? And then in our archives, if you go to our archives, there's also like a bunch of just different videos in here on Nix stuff too as well. So check the archives, right? Check the archives, check our YouTube. There's a lot of stuff already out there that I'm working on. So, and are already available for you guys. So check it out. Wow, that keyboard is cool. Thank you, man. Oh, it's weird but cool. That's fine. I love it. How's it going, Newt? Are we gonna touch some Go today? Lego Logic, probably not. I'm doing a lot of like automation right now, and I'm working with like Kubernetes at the moment. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to migrate some stuff that I've been running in our on-prem data center to like a more smaller setup that can run on like a single node essentially. And so we're looking right now at using K3s because K3s is a very lightweight Kubernetes distribution essentially. Lightweight Kubernetes. And so the idea here is that instead of having this like huge, data center of servers and stuff like that, what we're going to do is we're going to downsize. We're going to put all the stuff that's production related in the cloud, right? That's going to go in the big space. That's going to be on AWS or Google or whatever, right? Like that'll all be the same. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create a single node, right? And that single node will have K3s on it with only the services we need, right? So for example, we're going to go from here, and actually I think I can show it to you in Lucidchart. Here we go. Okay, so this is kind of the scenario that we're looking at right now that we're going to be moving towards. We have a main ubiquity switch right here, right? This ubiquity, I don't know if I spelled that right, but we have a ubiquity switch right here that has like it's like a 24 port ubiquity switch. Greatest benefit I see with the Moonlander is shoulders, elbows aren't bending inwards. I mean, that's kind of just a split keyboard in general, to be honest with you. So here's what I'm thinking, chat, is like, again, we'll have this ubiquity switch, and like I want the NAS to be in the same switch as these things, because like the recording pipeline, if it's in the same switch, right, like it can just use internal networking traffic here, and we don't have to like send it over wires and stuff, So that's like that's something else that I'm really wanting to make sure we do. So that's why I'm saying what we're probably going to do is we're probably going to take this laptop, right? We're going to move it into the garage. It'll be safe, but it'll be in the garage, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to create VMs on it, right? We've already got the Plex VM. Oh, shoot, sorry. We've already got the Plex VM, which is right here. Yep. And then what I'm thinking is this recording pipeline VM, what we'll do, right, if we kind of make this like this, is we'll do K3s, right? We'll install K3s on this node, right? And then like, say, for example, this one, this is just DPKG, right? So this is DPKG. This is DPKG now, right? And then this is Kubernetes. And so DPKG installs TwinGate on the VM. That goes out to the NIC, which then goes out to the switch, and then all of that stuff, right? Plex VM, right? DPKG to install Plex, and then Plex is available on the NIC. So recording pipeline VM is where we think about, okay, let's do K3s. And if we do K3s, then what we'll do is we'll actually move this a little bit further, right? Like this. And we'll just say under K3s, we then have, our containers or our deployments. We'll make this one a little bit smaller, right? And so K3s is going to, you crack me up, Orca. I literally thought it too. I thought it. I got to know you guys, like, I just have to be aware that you guys are going to think a lot of the same things I'm going to think. Yeah, I know that Plex and TwinGate, I don't think TwinGate agents are, but the TwinGate's got some stuff for like running the client in Nix. There we go. That's a better way of looking at it. So this is kind of what I'm thinking, chat, right? We're going to go from, a much bigger kind of setup to a much more what we'll call economical setup. Yeah. And again, if we wanted to, this could be Nix, right? This could be NixOS, and again, we run Plex on that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do TwinGate, unfortunately, with Nix, because TwinGate is one of those weird things where it's like it needs virtuals, or it needs like networking and all these other things, and I think it would probably make more sense for me to simply just keep TwinGate set up the way it is and just kind of be a set and forget thing, you know what I mean? Rather than trying to create something that's really going to manage it. Like your VPN, you really don't need to worry about, you know what I mean? Like I'm not really worried about TwinGate not working, you know? It's either going to be online or it's not. They're working on it. I know. Yeah, I have, I've already ported some of this. But they have their own Nix packages actually here. I'll one-up you. NixOS TwinGate. If I can find it. Yep. Here you go. Technically, you could just do this. Orca. TwinGate forked Nix packages to have their own thing. Yo, what's up, Silence? How's it going, buddy? Probably somewhat easier to get started if you use Nix. With what? Well, again, Plex is fine. That's just the repo they're using for the work in the PR. It's nothing working. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, well, what I sent you, Nix packages, that actually has in it, if you go to packages, here, I'll show you. If you go to packages, yeah, here you go. Yeah, so in applications networking TwinGate, you can see the default for the client here, and then this is the call for it. Yeah. I do like the idea of running these VMs with Nix on it, though. I do like that. All right, so let's. Well, I mean, I guess at this point, like, it's just Kubernetes, right? Like, well, I guess here's another. Well, I mean, yeah, because we don't really need. Let's take a look at the docs here really quickly. Do we really need anything else? I don't know. So Helm's package manager, Helm charts provides syntax, and another key things is not requiring any special configuration to use Helm tools. Just be sure you have properly set a kube config per section. Yeah, that's fine. Cluster access. Okay. The kube config stored at EC and is configured if you have installed upstream Kubernetes command line tools such as kube control or Helm and you want to configure them in the correct config path. This can be done by either exporting the kube config environment or invoking the kube config command inline flag. Refer to the example for details. So if we do export kube config to the path, then we should be able to do it. So here, let's try that. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go here. I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to do this. Yes, I don't have permissions. So and like no matter what, I either have to change permissions or use sudo or copy it. Maybe let's do this. Sudo cp kube k3s.yaml chown Eric Reinert no sudo chown me dot kube k3s.yaml. What? Export kube config. Oh. Home kube k3s.yaml. Kube control. There we go. Cool. Oh, should it be users? You really have been using a lot of Nix lately, haven't you? That's funny. There we go. Cool. Okay. Whoa. Wait, what? Install traffic. Wait, traffic is already running on this thing? Seriously? They used... Oh, does that mean that there's Helm charts here? Like already installed? Oh my gosh, that's not what I wanted. My dude, I used it like 2 years ago. Whoa, whoa, my bad. We got a badass over here. Whoa, sorry about that misconception I had there. Yeah, I'll make sure to never do that again. Whoa. What TLDR I just joined? I don't know. What are you doing here? Kidding. Helm LS. Oh yeah, look at that. It does have traffic installed. Yeah, I'm trying out K3s right now. Go to sleep, Zizep. Zizep, you've made it too known across the whole community that you don't get sleep anymore. So now we're all just gonna bother you about it. Backup and restore, volume storage. Okay, here we go. The following volume plugins have been removed from K3: Ceph, FC, Flocker, Git repo. That's weird. Why would they remove that one? When deploying an application that needs to retain data, you'll need to create a persistent storage. Oh my God, stop doing that. Oh my God, dude. I hate this so much. I don't know where this came from. I don't know how to fix this, and it's honestly just making me lose my mind. I don't know why it does this, chat. I really don't. Persistent storage allows you to... I know what persistent storage is, dude. What's the difference between about K3 storage? K3s remove several optional volume plugins and all built in, sometimes referred to as in-tree cloud providers. We do this in order to achieve a smaller binary size and to avoid dependence on third-party cloud or data center technologies and services, which may be available... which may not be available in K3 use cases. We are able to do this because their removal affects neither core Kubernetes functionality nor conformance. The following plugins have been removed from K3s: Ceph, FC, Flocker, Git repo, Gluster, Portworx, Qbyte, RDB, and StorageOS. Both components have out-of-tree alternatives that can be used with K3s, the Kubernetes Container Storage Interface and the cloud provider CPI. Kubernetes maintainers are actively migrating in-tree volume plugins to CSI drivers. For more about the migration, take a look here. Setting up a local storage provider. K3s comes with Rancher Local Path Provisioner, and this enables the ability to create persistent volume claims. Stop doing this. Persistent volume claims out of the box using the local storage on the respective node. Below, we cover a simple example. For more information, please reference the documentation. So to create a host path backed persistent volume claim and a pod utilize it too. So our PVC, we have persistent volume claim, local PVC, read write, local path. Cool. And then we say pod mount path. So does this mean that this is going to use /data on my host? If you wanted to use vSANs still, oh no. I mean, honestly, dude, it's going to suck, but I think we're shutting down vCenter entirely. No, that's the pod binding. You can expect. Oh yeah, no. Okay, so I get that, but then where is, like, I need to know where this is actually being created. I don't remember. Is Kubernetes? I don't remember. Is Kubernetes like Docker in the sense that it just has a volume thing? Oh my God, stop doing this. Create a host path back, persistent volume, PVC. Oh, it's just the same documentation, I see. But what? But where is it going? Like, where is it going? Yeah, I was like, where? Dog, did you send me a documentation and you didn't even read it? Oh. Jeez. Come on, chat. Come on. All right, Orca, I'll see you in a bit. Probably host-based storage. Yeah, it is host-based storage, Joseph, but the question I'm trying to just figure out is where is that storage actually created on my machine? You know what I mean? That's all I'm really trying to figure out. I'm guessing they just manually manage it all completely on their own. Pod template. Okay. Node map path. Node map path and shared files are mutually exclusive. Is the place where user can customize where to store the data on each node. Okay, yeah, so it's node map path. Node map path. Default path for non-listed nodes. Opt. Oh, okay, so it's an opt. It's an opt. It's going to go into opt local path provisioner. Okay, so that's where all the data is going to go. So does that mean that if I go to /opt... No, so it probably hasn't created anything yet. That's fine. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, so I think we will use the local path. I think it makes the most sense here. I don't really think we need Longhorn. Like we're not there. We're not there. Sorry, wait, what? Why are you switching? And what are you switching to now? So check it out. Check it out. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm gonna break it down for you. Okay. We have run our on-prem cluster for a while now. We've run it for a while now, and it's been great. It really has. Like we've been able to lean into it, work with it, evolve with it, you know, and like really build ourselves up to what we are today. I got to learn and have a lot of experience with like vCenter, Kubernetes, like a lot of stuff. So like there was a lot of massive value in learning that was gotten or, you know, basically that came from us doing this. What is the downsides? Well, the downsides is we're in the cloud now too. Like that's the first thing I need to tell you guys is like we are in the cloud now. We remember chat, we have like hosted Kubernetes on Amazon right now. And that's like $300 and something a month. Like we're literally spending like $350 a month on our Kubernetes cluster, which isn't terrible, but you know, we're on a budget. We're balling on a budget. So, you know, that's kind of the first thing I want to put in your guys' mind is like, we really like running this. It's fine, right? But at the end of the day, like we don't need two Kubernetes clusters, right? We don't need, or at least we don't need two data centers really. We don't need like an on-prem and an off-prem right now. Maybe in the future, right? But honestly, it's in the cloud. Like if we have an outage, it's in the cloud. Like it's gonna, you know, it's fine. So yeah, so we're talking basically about consolidating our money here, right? We're talking about removing a whole, like listen, I talked to you guys about this earlier. You know, we were talking earlier about like, you know, being aware of your life and like the time you're spending and the people you're spending it with and what you're doing and making sure that you're putting your time in the right places. As a 33-year-old, almost 34-year-old male who wants to like start a family and like other things in the future, like I have to be able to start taking some of my time back. You know what I mean? And a big part of that is like recognizing, and not even that, but like other things, like, you know, put more time into the stream, do other things. Like I'm starting to, as a DevOps engineer, really solve my own problems very well. You know what I mean? And a lot of that solving my own problems is paying for other solutions to do it for me. That's what manage is all about. You know what I mean? So the idea here, chat, truly is, unfortunately, it's an end of an era. We had a great time running this vCenter setup and everything. We're not getting rid of our nodes, right? We're not getting rid of our nodes or anything like that. We're simply just moving anything that we need on this to a laptop, believe it or not. And you might be like, BG, you're going to move everything that was in the data center to a laptop? How the is that going to work? I'll tell you. Most of it has already been moved to the cloud, right? So we've already discussed that, like, you know, we have a lot of stuff in the cloud, and we do. Quirk is already on Amazon. Alta 4 Wiki is already on Amazon. A couple other like big projects that we've been working on for people also on Amazon. So like the majority of what we maintain and run these days is really on Amazon. And so, yeah, like what's left, really, it's just the recording pipeline. It literally is just the recording pipeline. So when I say, you know, we're moving everything, we're not really, we're just what's left, you know, the recording pipeline, and we're going to put that in a VM, and it'll run, K3s on that VM, and that VM will then, be the recording pipeline VM like it shows. Hold on. I just had it here. Here. Yeah, here. Right? So we're going from a fully data center Kubernetes approach to moving all of our data center and all that stuff to the cloud, right? And then anything that's left is going to be running on VMs and stuff like that, right? Now, I do want to try, I really like this idea. I like the idea of leaning on NixOS. As a matter of fact, we should probably just do Plex NixOS, right? And then we don't even need this anymore, right? This will be Twin Gate Ubuntu, right? And then this will be recording pipeline NixOS as well, right? Yeah. Yep. So yeah, so this is what we're basically moving forward to. And eventually it'd be great to be able to get Twin Gate on NixOS as well, but I don't know if the agents work on that platform yet, so I'm not gonna force it. Time to hire some unpaid interns and apprentices. I don't know, man. I don't like doing unpaid internships. I don't really believe in that. Is K3s a good solution to mount Google Drive as an S3 bucket? Whoa. What? Hold on. That is some like next level hackery I've never even thought about before. So are you saying that because you have Google Drive on this computer that we're talking about and you can use Oh, that is actually insane. I never thought about that. I mean, you shouldn't do it. No, you definitely should not do that. Google Drive is meant to like look at changes in a folder, and then as it makes those changes, sync it to the cloud, right? So if you have like application state being sent to your Google Drive and that application state is being updated constantly, then your Google Drive is going to be constantly updating, right? Like you could technically do it. Like there's no reason why you couldn't do it, right? You could install Google Drive on the computer, right? Set the path, right? And then go into Kubernetes, or K3s, right? Run your VM and then set your VM's, volume path to the path of your Google Drive, right? You could do that. You could technically do that. But again, the moment Google Drive like detects changes or anything like that, it's just going to be in a constant sync loop. So I don't know if that is a good idea. I'd subcontract kubeadmin work for you. I mean, dude, it's hard. It's hard too because like I don't really have that much of a need for it. Like again, we're doing okay. It's just we're downsizing, chat. That's it. We're not really downsizing. We're actively moving resources to the places they need to be, right? And the reality of it is we don't need 100 cores running all the time right now. We barely use 5 of them at any given time. So it makes more sense to try and take this approach and have like a home lab versus like a home data center. Cool. Okay. So, I mean, honestly, like this is pretty straightforward. Like realistically, what we would do is we would just create a VM with Nix on it. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, run kube control, or K3s, I guess is really what it is. K3s on it. So if I do this, kube control, get pods all namespaces, right? And then if I do like K9s, yeah, look at this. Huh. Services? Yeah, we got some services. Whoa. Whoa. Wait, what? Whoa. How did this happen? Is traffic like... Wait, what? How did this happen? How did it actually get this IP? And can it do this for others? Networking. Service load balancer. I know what it is. I'm saying how are they provisioning the IP address? That's all I care about. I'm just wondering how they're provisioning that IP address. It has Metal LB built into it. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, bundles. Oh, it's flannel. Oh, that's right. It's flannel. Okay. Cool. Yeah. No, I just saw that. I got you. I just saw that and I was like, how is that happening? Clipper, not Metal LB. Really? Cool. Okay. So we have a load balancer out of the box. Oh, sorry. Move this down here. So we have a load balancer out of the box with K3s. That's cool. We know that we can do volumes. I think that's all we need. I genuinely think that's all we need. Looking at the, is it a Moonlander? It is a Moonlander. F to the fix. How's it going, buddy? Right. Looking at the local path config map in Kube system, your case. Oh yeah, good call. Yep. Nailed it. Yeah, you're right. Cool. Okay, so that's where that's gonna go. Yeah, dude. I'm pretty. For like, honestly, for single node setups, K3s is like a dream, dude. Wow. This is the first time I've ever actually had a reason to use it. Because I've always created Kubernetes clusters either on cloud providers or using kubeadmin. But this is actually pretty nice, man. Like, basically, just install it. And then, it's called a Moonlander. For multi-node, it's real nice too. You just need to handle load balancing across your nodes unless you're okay with the software LB. Yeah, no, the software LB I think works completely fine. Yeah, you're welcome, Fry. Yo, listen, guys. So let's do this. I want to take a super quick break. I haven't taken a break yet, and we're already 2 hours in. So here's what's crazy, chat. And I want to talk to you guys again about this really quickly. I really am massively putting a halt on a lot of my habits that I have had before. And one of the reasons why we used to have breaks every hour is because I would take a smoke break every hour. I don't do that anymore. Yeah, or at least I'm not going to be doing that anymore. So one of the things that you guys can look forward to at least is I'm going to be live a lot more. We won't have as many breaks. So yeah, I do want to take a quick break now. But yeah. Ooh, thank you. But yeah, no, I really haven't been able to, or I really haven't really done this ever where like I've gone more than an hour at a time without taking a break. EKS Anywhere. What is that? What is EKS Anywhere? I don't know what that is. Can I have a link? Does anyone have a link on that I could see? Thank you for letting me sit. Oh God, that feels good. Okay, so let's do this. Let's play. We're going to play. So we're going to play by creating a new virtual machine, and we're going to create a new NixOS VM. So let's do that. Let's go to NixOS. Download. No, I need the... Wait, what? Download? Download? Here we go. Oh, here it is. The distribution. Yeah. Here we go. So ISO, GNOME, minimal. Yeah, we want the minimal. Amazon EK. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I'm so dumb. No, don't do it here. I need to download it on my host. Sorry, I was downloading the NixOS ISO inside of my VM. That's a bad idea. Here we go. All right, so we're getting it downloaded now. I met him on an AWS Twitch live stream. Wait, what? I've been too curious about EKS. You can Oh, thank you, Hayden. Oh, so it's just probably I'm gonna take a guess here that EKS Anywhere just exposes their control plane to you so that you can just put nodes inside of your own hardware or inside of your own stuff. Am I right on that? Manage EKS distro Kubernetes clusters. Or is it like the whole thing? No idea yet. I met him on an AWS Twitch live stream. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, gotcha. I see what you're saying. For your node provisioning, if you're using Nixing your vCenter, there was an awesome Ansible playbook that I saw would prevent this guy's service from being fully installed Linux. Nice. Yeah, I think I like the Nix VM idea. I really do. Have any of you used rclone? It seems overkill. I'm just trying to move to a OneDrive alternative. I mean, couldn't you just use like Google Drive or something like that? Or what exactly are you looking for? Shit, hang on. Sorry about that. We were talking about me going to bed and chill, and I hope I can sleep. Big day tomorrow at work. Something called Black Friday is hitting us. Oh, geez. Well, I mean, Black Friday is about to hit us all, so fair. I think Google Drive might be the simplest. I was leaning on self-hosting, but I don't currently have the hardware to accomplish that. I mean, like, what are you trying to save? Like, first top, that's just what I would say is like, what data are you trying to store, right? Urban, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, what data are you trying to store would be my first question. Interesting that my memory use is just so high. Memory. K3 server is taking 7% of my memory. Interesting. And then Firefox. A lot of Firefox. God, Firefox. Why do browsers just like suck the life out of your computer these days? Oh, dude, yeah. Google Drive would probably be more than fine for you, my friend. If it's just like stuff like that, yeah, you're totally fine. All right, let's do this, chat. We're going to create a new VM, all right? So we're going to say new virtual machine, custom, yep. We're going to grab an installer disk. Nope, not from there. We're going to go to downloads, NixOS minimal, bam. Next, other, or we'll say Linux, I guess, technically. And this is a other 5x kernel. Yep. Next. We'll say NixOS K3s. Right? Because this is going to be our K3s test. Right? So we'll hit next. How many processors should we give it? Maybe just like 4. Yeah, maybe just like 4. And then we'll give it like 8 gigs of RAM. Also, I should probably take a look and see how much spam RAM I have left. Yeah, I've got at least 8 gigs. Cool. Okay. We'll use bridge networking. That's fine. We'll create a new virtual disk. We're going to say 100 gigs split. Yep. NixOS K3s yep, that looks good. And we will customize hardware really quickly. Okay, so 8 gigs of RAM, 4 cores. ISO is set. USB controller, 2 sound card. Sure, printer. God, dude, I hate that they add printers. Accelerate. Now I'm gonna need to worry about 3D graphics acceleration. I mean, we could, but it doesn't really matter. Fine, whatever. We'll enable it. Use default host sound card. We'll do system in this regard. Close. Finish. Okay. All right. So, chat, we are about to create our K3's test VM. Right, and the idea here is we want to just create this VM and get it set up really, and then try configuring it. Like it's going to be a proof of concept essentially. I should in a minute get to like a login. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Okay, so this chat is a NixOS ISO booted, essentially. And this NixOS ISO is what's essentially going to install NixOS onto the machine for us. Now, I thought I had, hold on. Let's, 1 second. Oh, do you have graphic pass-through enabled, Chow Dog? Because, yeah, that might be it. I guess I don't need to hide this. Guides and tutorials, manual quirk deployment, technical designs. I thought I had somewhere of like how to set this up. Maybe I just haven't been to the wiki, or maybe it's just like on the wiki and I'm not aware of it. Technical, DevOps and infrastructure, how to build home lab. Nope. Huh. Okay, well, there's another way we can do this. Let's go to GitHub. Let's go to my .files NixOS. And then let's go to here. And let's go like here. Nope. Folder. August, July, June. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, script. So I used to have some scripts here that help me like bootstrap the VM. So let's see. Yeah, okay. I'm debating on if I want to do this or not. So to get this working the way that we want it to, there's like, to get NixOS actually installed on a VM properly, there's a lot of things you have to do manually. Like, for example, you have to run parted to partition the VMs. You then have to like, you know, format the specific drive for it and make swap. Then you create the boot, you mount it, you make the dir, you mount, you generate, and then it looks like yeah, initial password root. Yeah, okay. NixOS install, no root password reboot. I'm almost thinking I just want to like use this script. I think I'm just going to use this script. Yeah, let's just grab this script. So, oops, not that. Raw. I'm going to copy this, and then we'll go to development script, new, file, NixOS bootstrap.sh, right? And then we'll paste that in, right? Is it an SDA or is it a virt.io? VDA for virt.io. It should be an SDA, fdisk-l, sudo fdisk-l. Yeah, so it's SDA. Cool. Okay. So, okay, and then the address, IPA, should be 10.192. Wow, 10. That's interesting. Okay, so we should be able to go here, do this. And then I think that's all we need. Because I think if I run this script now, it will just do everything for me. I don't think I actually, yeah. Okay. So let's do this. Let's right quit. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. And then we'll do bash NixOS bootstrap. Is it actually doing something? Don't think it was. Oh, geez. That's why. Yep, thank you. And we should be off. Password? Oh, I gotta, hang on. Pass WD, root. There we go. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't set it for root. I'm a dummy. There we go. All right, we're off. So if you were to ask me, hey, BG, how do you set up NixOS? Oh, wait, what? Oh. You must set the bootloader grub devices or bootloader to make the system bootable. That's new. That is new. Okay, that's new. Hayden, what I'm saying is that I ran this before and it wasn't there. Yeah. No, I know. I'm like, I guess what I mean to say is like, I didn't use this before and it worked. That's the best way I can put it. I didn't have to do this before. Yo, what's up, Glam? How's it going, buddy? Hello. That's a BIOS versus EFI issue. Oh. Yeah, good call. Okay. Yep. It's not. I know it's not. I guarantee you it's running in BIOS. Yeah. Where is it? Advanced. Yep. There it is. UEFI. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's also do this really quickly. It doesn't matter. Let's just delete the existing disk and recreate it. So remove. Yeah, that was a good shout. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, Glam? VMware machines, K3s. Yeah, see all of this. Delete all of that. Virtual disk. Okay, cool. We'll create a new one. Hard drive. SCSI. New virtual disk. 100. Split. Finish. What's up, Chris? How's it going? Hello. There we go. So here's our new ones. Nice. Okay. And run. Vibin took time off to do house projects and forced myself to learn Rust. Nice, man. I'm gonna, to give you that same thing, man. I have definitely been taking time off lately to just take care of myself. I totally understand it, man. Sometimes you gotta scam likely. Hell yeah. And learning Rust is cool. That sounds like fun. How's it going, Chris, though? So we're gonna do sudo-i password root, right? And then we're gonna go back here and we're gonna try running this one more time. Root. There we go. Okay. Nice. Very nice. That's what we wanted, chat. You are seeing the true power of Nix right now. Ooh, you're also seeing my computer get a little hot. Woo! Look at that, chat. Look at my CPU go. Yeah, it's only 40%. Not that bad. i9900K looking a bit old. Shut the up, dude. People like love to crap on my i9900K now that it's like a couple years old, which like before it was like literally oh wow, we've already booted into NixOS. That's cool. Wait, did I reboot? Did I actually force a unexpected reboot? I did. Nice. Yeah, shut up. Just shut up. Hey, there we go, chat. Hell yeah, there we go. Okay, so here's the fun part, right? It's like now if we do like ECS Nix OS configuration. Oh, do I not have? Don't you dare tell me this works. God, why do people like putting nano on computers? I hate nano. Oh God, I'm so confused. No. I hate nano so much, dude. Okay. Let's go down here. Oh my God, J doesn't even work. Are you serial? Are you serial? Dude, VI is not even on here, bro. VI is not even on here. Oh, good call. Yeah, good call. Good call. Good call. Good call. Except for I can do this. Shell. God, dude, it's like I'm like forgetting my Nixness. You know what I mean? Vim. I'm sorry, chat. I don't mean to offend you. I'm sorry. I know. I already know this. I'm already aware of this. I am aware of this. I should type reboot. I was like, I use Nix, by the way. I should type reboot. Okay. I wonder how quickly it'll take to reboot. Nice. Not that fast. Or not that bad. Let me re-add Vim. And garbage collect. I don't think we have anything to garbage collect right now because it's all being used. Except for maybe Vim. Okay, cool. So here we go, chat. All right, so what we want to do... I'm wondering if we want to like try and enable some of the stuff so that we can get some of the pow pow out of... So like if I go back to my dot files, right? Like I have support for virtualization in here. Yeah. So this one right here, VMware guest enable, we can do this. Okay, put it at the bottom. Wait, what? Oh, I see. It's just like got like wonky for some reason. Okay, so let's do this. We'll say I lost my train of thought already. I don't know why they spell virtualization like this. But they do. Yeah, it's probably locale, yeah. VMware guest enable. All right, so we're just going to do this. VMware guest enable equals true. This should be all we need to make VMware start like giving us accelerated stuff. So now if I do NixOS rebuild, is it test? Yeah, there we go. What is your in the chat's opinion on Nix as a desktop? I use it. I love it. Yeah, I use it and I love it. This literally is NixOS right here. So there you go. Bam. So I use Neo. Yeah, I use Nix. I'm biased too, but I think it's awesome. Bam. Raccoon. Yeah, let's switch. So now, chat, I should be able to reboot this machine and it'll go full screen. Like it'll go proper full screen now. Not yet, but if I reboot it, I should be able to get like, you know, an actual full screen, like, you know, graphically. Remember, we enabled graphic acceleration. So we should, maybe not though. Maybe just because I don't have, okay, maybe I'm missing something else then. Vim, etc configure, or NixOS configuration. It might mean I just need an actual like Windows thing or window manager or something for it to work. Never mind. All right, but we do have virtualization enabled at least for that. So now let's try and get K3s on here, right? We said that lazy get in environment system packages, we need K3s. So let's do that. Let's go to environment system packages. Is this the only place? Yep, cool. So we'll just get rid of this. right? And then we'll do vim here, right? Vim. And then we'll also do K3s, right? Yeah, I guess that's fair. Sure. Root, IPA 10. That's right. So then SSH 10. Oh, root. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, oof. I did. Yeah, it's at the bottom. It's right here. Okay. So, what do we want? So we need to go to environment, system packages. Yep. And K3s. Okay. So then we're going to go to services. And then we'll do services, K3s, right? Enable, true. Oh. Extra flags equals to string. Let me just open this instead of like system. There we go. Oh, you know what? I can just copy all of this and paste it, can't I? Duh. Let's just do that. All right, so let's grab, we already got the K3 stuff. Services K3s. Go over here. There we go. All right, and then where was the, we did the other one, the other thing too, right? Or did we not? We did, right? The Z3 stuff. Oh, but that's in NixOS default, maybe? No. NixOS hardware? No. NixOS system? That's what I was just in. Dude, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Where is the... Oh, it's down in virtualization. That's right. Containerd. Yep. Okay. So what's kind of cool too, chat, is like if I wanted to, I could like enable just so many different things on this server just by having the configuration here. Like if I wanted to, I could just be like, all right, let's do Docker and whatever else. Be bad and who needs password? Wheel needs password equals false. For what? For what? Sorry, I don't know. Like, what would I need that for? I guess is my question. So like, yeah, if I wanted to, I could even be like, you know what? I kind of want Docker as well on this server. Cool. Docker dot enable equals true. Oh, that's so nice, dude. I can really see why managing VMs with NixOS and stuff like that could be really nice. Oh, sudo. Oh, wheel. Okay, duh. Okay, I got you now. Yeah. Do I have... That should already be... That should already be enabled, I think. Not gonna lie, I tried to steal your entire configs and couldn't figure out. You'll get there. You trust me, dude. You'll figure it out. My configs aren't really that crazy. I did the same thing, by the way. If you guys don't know Mitchell Hashimoto, he is the main, like his repository is the reason why I was able to start picking stuff up and start learning stuff. And so like if you look at my repository is pretty like similar in some regards to his, but it's also like, I think, no disrespect to Mitchell. I don't know if I like exactly how he did his stuff. Like all of this, like I understand it now fully because of like what he does and like what he uses and stuff like that. And like some of this is very similar, but there's some other things too that like if you go into like lib here, he's got like this make VM thing, and I have something similar to this even myself, but Yeah. So, I mean, like if you guys are interested, you guys can look at this one. You can look at mine as well. And just start playing. Yeah, literally just start playing. Yeah, that's probably the best thing you can do. Okay, so we've got container D. We've got all of that stuff set up. We've got everything we need for what's it called, right? Everything we need for K3s, right? Yep. And then services K3s. Okay, cool. So here's what we're going to do, chat. We're going to right quit that, NixOS, rebuild, switch. Oh, okay. I got you. Yep, I got you. I got you. Go. Just the amount of ways you can structure your entire home manager system especially makes things confusing. There is no set ways of doing things. That's the most confusing part. I promise you, it is actually really good. And the best advice I can give you is just pick a path, right? With Nix, especially, one of the biggest things I stopped doing was trying to learn the best way of doing it and just trying to learn how to do it. So if I do K3s, kube, control, get nodes. Hey, we did it. So yeah, so that's basically my suggestion is just get something working. That's really why like Mitchell's was a big one for me. Because I was able to look at his and just be like, okay, how can I just get this working? You know what I mean? Because he runs on Workstation as well. Like if you look at Mitchell's repository and like, actually, I'm actually pretty geeked over the fact that he and I developed so similarly, considering he literally invented HashiCorp. So I don't mean to be a little arrogant here, but it was very cool to go to his repo after going so long into using VMs and like everything I've taught you guys and like how I do development, and like he does do a lot of it the same way. He runs his dev environment in a VMware Fusion VM, which is what you're seeing here, right? And he manages everything with Nix and all that stuff. And I genuinely, like, I'm gonna be real with you, this is the best way to do software development in my personal experience. Yeah, this is the best way to do it. I always follow what I think is the best path. And, I started out, what did we do? We started out with Arch, right? So, okay, so here's the path we took. We started out with WSL and Ubuntu. And then we moved to Mac OS, and we did that for a while. And then we finally moved to Workstation. And Workstation is where we really got to start working with like Arch and Nix and all these other things. And I used Arch for a while, right? And you guys know I made a whole YouTube video on the Arch thing, right? If you do the dot files, you'll know that there's a video on me using Arch and why I use it. But in that video, a lot of the things I talk about how like it's easy to set up and all of these other things. Like Nix makes it very, like, again, once you get comfortable, yo, Jackal, here you go, buddy. Once you get comfortable with it, yes, it's entirely maintainable. It is not like, I don't do much to my, like, here, like, GA dot files. Like, if I go here, right, like, I don't change it. Like, I've only got 109, so from November 21st today, right, or yesterday till May 30th of 2021. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November. That's 7 months almost. Is that 7 months? May to June, June to July, July to August, August to September, September to October. So at least 5 months. At least 5 months of commits, and I've only made 119 commits. And on top of that as well, some of this is like refactoring. Like a lot of this is just refactoring. And a lot of these are also just chores. So look, like chore, like look, chore just simply means I'm just updating shit. See this? Chore update, chore update, chore update, chore. Like, dude, this is what I mean by it's real. Like, you're probably going to cut, like, you know, out of 113 of those commits, I probably have only got like 80 that are really focused on like developing my dev environment and stuff. So it does not really take a lot. You know, it is actually like, it's just, you have like, you know, and this is the problem. This is what I'm trying to teach you guys. This is what I'm trying to help you guys. By the way, go to the YouTube. I'm serious. Go to the YouTube, subscribe to our main YouTube, subscribe to our archives, especially to the archives right now, because the archives are what are going to just, like, you see this NixOS, Nix store, garbage and store and garbage collection explained, right? The whole Nix series that we've been working on is about to start coming out on YouTube. We've got like 15 other VODs that are releasing daily. So I highly recommend go check out our YouTubes, like just do some digging, right? I'm going to be real. The Alt F4 stream, the main one here, this is like our, you know, perfection. Like, we're going to make you a short 10-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute video, right? If you go to the archives, you'll just get everything. Like, if you go to the archives, you're just going to get all, like, everything we've ever done on stream. You can, you know, you want to learn about serverless front-end deployments? You want to learn about working with Next.js controllers? You want to learn about, you know, using Nest.js with databases? You want to learn about Kubernetes automation with Pulumi and Go? Do you want to, like, all of our VODs, all of the stuff we normally do are in here for you guys to be able to, like this is our, like, you know, oh God, I don't know what I'm doing there, but yeah, so I highly recommend subscribing to the YouTubes. Again, these are things that we're growing. These are things we want to get better at, but yeah. Yeah, what's up, the Base Hunter? How's it going? Hello. Did you see WSL got a big release today? I know that there was things being done to WSL that were like really impressive and interesting. I don't know what they are though. I just know that WSL was in fact getting an upgrade. Yeah, I do know that. Okay, so yeah, chat, we have, so super interesting. So I mean now, so here's a question. Okay, so that must mean that the K3's API, or the Kubernetes API for K3s, is accessible over the same IP address as the VM. Is that what I'm, like here, check this out, chat. Here's what I'm thinking. If I go to my normal computer, right, this VM here, and then I say like, all right, let's go to kube. Where's kube? Kube, right? K3s.yaml, right? If I change this, if I do, oh fuck, why did I do that? I guess I can copy it back. Never mind, I can copy it back. It's fine. I didn't know if I deleted the only copy of that, but it's actually fine. So if I do touch K3s, and then we'll say K3s test.yaml, right? And then if I go to K3s test.yaml and I go here, we'll put these side by side. Now, I'm not going to, where was it again? It was var lib rancher K3s data, or was it, I don't remember where the thing is. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to cat this. However, I'm not going to show you guys this because I don't want to share this. I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. All right, so I'm going to copy this. This is just a VM. All right, and then we're going to paste it here. Ooh, yep, look at this. That's what I was curious about. Can I 192.168.0.10? Is this going to work? I memorized your certs. I mean, it's going to be in a VOD, so it doesn't really matter. But again, I'm deleting this VM, so that's why it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I have to be very careful with everything I do because all of our VODs go online now. So if I dox myself, like, I have to cut it out of the VOD. I use NixOS on everything now. Can't go back. Yeah, pretty much the same. I'm pretty much in the same boat as you on that one. Okay, so the only thing I'm slightly concerned about is this might not be accessible. Yeah, this might not be accessible. Well, but let's give it a try, right? So we're going to say export kubeconfig K3s test, right? K9s. Crap. Okay. nvim kube k3's test. Farts. I don't think it's listening. It's accessible. It is accessible. Maybe it's not the same IP anymore though. No. It should be. grep 192. Yeah, it's the same one. I don't think it's listening on 6443. Like, I don't think it's is it a certificate mismatch? No, I don't think it's. I think it's only listening on 127. The firewall, maybe. Yeah, actually, that's a good call. I forgot that NixOS has a firewall by default. Okay, let's do this. So I can disable it. etc NixOS configuration. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. God, dude, I love Nix. I really do. It's so nice, dude. It's so nice to just be able to go into a dynamic configuration or a deterministic configuration and just know it's going to work. It's just so nice. Okay. So let's get out of this. Let's try K9s again. Yep, that's what it was. Yeah, it was entirely the firewall. Declarative configuration. Thank you. Yes. Jeez, my brain is just, I'm brain dead, chat. I really am. I've not, unfortunately, been sleeping super well recently too, so it's been a lot of stuff going on in old BG's life, chat. A lot of stuff has been going on. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So that is crazy. Do you know what that means, chat? That means that right thing to test right now is your local provisioner. I could, but I'm not going to do that just yet. The reason why I'm not going to do that just yet, Hayden, is because I've called you Aiden. Is I want to look at the automation now for Kubernetes. So we've got on-prem Pulumi Kubernetes, right? And if I go here and then I go to index, right? This is what we have right now, right? We're not going to need this. However, we do need to move these now. So I'm like, I guess what I'm saying is like, I'm there with you, Hayden. I'm there with you, but I'm more concerned about the automation now because there's more work that we're going to have to do there because this is a different Kubernetes cluster than the one that we're used to, right? Like, for example, in this cluster, metric server probably makes sense. We probably don't need MetalLB. We definitely don't need Ingress Nginx. And then these two actually need to get shoved into the recording pipeline so that everything gets provisioned under the recording pipeline namespace. I know. I'm not worried about that right now. Like, I guess what I mean to say is I'm going to run into that when I'm prepared to start deploying. Does that make sense? Because there's other things like I can't even test what you're talking about right now until I update this automation to do it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I'm saying like this is honestly this is something else that I'm really trying to get better at, chat. And if you guys can relate to this, like please hear me out when I say this. I'm trying to get better at solving my problems in the correct order that they are needed to be solved. And I don't mean that just in my personal life or in my professional life, but I also mean that in my personal life. It's one thing to debug something and go through the steps, but it's a better thing to know what is your next most like prioritized thing to solve, right? You're right. I could do everything you're talking about. I could do a dummy test, all of that stuff, but here's the thing. I still need to do this, right? So what you're talking about will get me the question or will solve me the question of does PVCs work? However, it does not solve me the question of, okay, well, how do I need to automate this so I can provision my PVCs, right? So we're kind of killing two birds with one stone here by saying we're taking steps towards the problem that you want to solve, which is checking to say PVCs work, but we're also making sure that we solve the problem first so that we just run automation against it, right? Because think about debugging that. Every time you got to debug it, you got to rerun it, things like that. But if you already have automation in place, good to go, you can just focus on that sole problem. This is really the power of DevOps, chat. Like this, like what I'm talking to you right now about, like this is the real power of DevOps, like this kind of mentality and stuff like that. So what I think we're going to need to do is I think we're actually going to need to create a whole new repository And that repository will basically be like recording pipeline Pulumi, right? And what's going to happen is we'll have like our recording pipeline worker convert service, a recording pipeline worker archive service, a recording pipeline publisher service, and a recording pipeline subscriber service, right? So they're each in their own service or repositories, which is great. And so now we're going to add a recording pipeline Pulumi, which we'll create in a second, right? And this will be where all of our automation is now going to go. Another reason why I wanted to focus on this, Hayden, excuse me, I got the hiccups, is because I also don't want to run automation from that repository anymore. So yeah, you know, again, I feel you. I totally got you. Yeah, Yarn. All of the repos, yeah. Okay. So where is recording pipeline stuff? Here it is. Publisher, worker. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to grab this, paste this here like this. Pulumi automation for recording pipeline resources. Damn, you config and you config manage your repos too. Why not, bro? Why not? When I can just copy and paste a few lines of code, it gets automatically added to the DevOps team in GitHub. It also creates a specific type of Pulumi repository with all the context and everything I need in it. Bruh, I'm telling you. This is the way to do it, man. I'm showing you the way. I'm showing you the way. Yeah, Pulumi is just a way of life, literally, yeah. Oops, not that. Recording pipeline Pulumi. Right? There we go. And so now I will have a recording pipeline Pulumi created. Cool. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. WT add -b feature recording pipeline Pulumi. And what's also cool, chat, is we just moved Terraform GitHub to the cloud runners. Remember? So we're even about to see how that works. There we go. Oh gosh. Pulumi pipeline. That's not what I actually wrote, though, is it? Recording pipeline Pulumi. Okay, I was like, I thought I spelled that right. I thought I did that right. Is there a Nix package that will stop me from procrastinating? Probably not. Probably not. I don't know if I can help you with that one, Kimosabi. I swear if my phone doesn't arrive by Christmas, I'm going to be Sage. Oh, no. Which phone did you get? If you find it, let me know. Yeah, if you find that package, I think let us all know. Pulumi pipeline Pulumi. Oh. Damn it. Oh, well, whatever. Dude, listen, I got to be honest with you guys. And, you know, it's fair. Like, I am detoxing. I am detoxing right now, chat. Again, I take medication for anxiety and stuff like that. That's the easiest way to put it. And I am, in fact, slowly getting off of the dependency of that medication. So my brain is just scattered right now, dude. I wrote Pulumi. Oh my God. Repositories, added recording, pipeline, Pulumi. There we go. All right. So now we should go to GitHub. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I am actually scatterbrained today. Like, look, I wrote repositories. Like, ugh. My brain is just on complete autopilot today. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Wait, what? What? Git pull origin main. Git merge main. What? Oh, maybe I just don't have the latest version on my computer. Okay. Fair enough. Because we don't want this one to run. This one, yeah, good. It got canceled. Perfect. That is odd. I was queued for a second there. Huh, that's weird. Anyways, we're good now. Those drugs are yeah. I mean, again, it's just a level of dependency I don't want anymore. You know? It really is. It's just I told this to Chad earlier. I'm getting to a point in my life where I'm like 33 now, and like I have really come to the terms that like it's time to grow up. It's time to start, you know, tackling these new obstacles in life, like, you know, trying to create a family and all of that. And it's just like I can't do that while I'm just like brain dead, or not brain dead, but you know, heavily medicated. Circle CI does that. Yeah, I know. I don't deal with it that often. That's the first time I've dealt with it in a while, but yeah, I know they take a second to queue sometimes. I wonder if there's an increase of pipelines just before Thanksgiving. You mean everybody trying to like get all their changes in really quickly before the end of the day? That's funny. Yeah, good. So do you use TypeScript for all your Pulumi stuff, or do you use some of it in Go? I'm moving to Go. Yeah, I'm moving to Go. I don't want to type any more TypeScript like for a while. I only use TypeScript now because of like dependency, in the sense of like I need to use it for things to get stuff done fast, right? When I need that, then I'll use TypeScript. But like if there's no like, you know, rush, then it's going to be in Go. Yeah. So as a matter of fact, actually, now that you say that, I should probably create this new one in Go, which would be a good idea. And what's cool about that is like I'll actually be able to I'll actually be able to take what I have in Node, right? Because if we go here, right, like you can see, oh, dang it, hold on. There we go. If you see here, right, like this is all Node, but it's still the same DSL at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So like I could take a lot of this and just translate it to Go, you know what I mean? Like the work's already done. There's not even much that I really need to do. So I'll probably move this to Go. And like, here's what's crazy too, chat. On-prem Pulumi Kubernetes is really just going to die. Like, it's just, we're not going to need it anymore. You know what I mean? We'll have these like micro Kubernetes clusters now, or micro Kubernetes deployments, you know, in each one of our VMs. Or, you know, like we're not really going to be doing, like, I guess a better way of putting it is we're not going to be doing highly available Kubernetes clusters anymore. What we're going to be doing now is more like micro clusters that are focused on only serving one thing, right? And then we'll create more VMs for those one things that we need. And again, in this case, for the recording pipeline, it'll have a NixOS configuration, you know, with K3 setup and all of that. And honestly, chat, I'm not even going to, oh, dude. Got to bounce, feel better. Happy Turkey Day to all the USCNs. Yo, the cat was not. Thank you so much for hanging out with today. Seriously, thank you for all the support and love, man. I really appreciate it. And it's always good to see more Nix people. I love it. So thank you for hanging out. And yes, have a fantastic Turkey Day. All right, so here's a question. Plex, oh God, Cran, could you just like not be that predictable every time you talk? I'm just kidding. I love you, Cran. What's up, buddy? What do you mean? What's wrong with Plex? What's wrong with Plex? Yo, oh my gosh. Okay, you've told me how to say your name before. You've told me, I gotta look through the chats now because you've told me how to say your name before. Oh God, I'm so embarrassed. I don't know how to say your name. How do I say your name? Thank you so much for the sub. Sire, I think. Sorry, thank you for Seer. Oh, God, dude, tell me how to say your name. Thank you for the 7 months, though, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. C17R. Okay, C17R. Thank you so much for the resub, man. I appreciate that for the 7 months, dude. You guys are insane. These long subs are just like blowing my mind, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you for the resub. Jellyfin is an alternative and superior, and is FOSS. Clearly Plex isn't pure enough. Yeah. Unless you want native apps on your TV. What do you mean? What is there like a limitation with the other suggested thing and apps or something? I don't know. Oh, Jellyfin does not. Oh, yeah, no, then I'm going to be using Plex. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be using Plex. Recording pipeline, Pulumi. Okay, cool. All right, so let's do this. Let's merge this in. Oh, let's add a comment. So do you have a VOD where you're doing a lot of Pulumi Go code? Yeah. Yeah, we do. YouTube.com, the Alt F4 archives. So what do you want? I mean, listen, chat, I'm gonna be real. Just go to the archives and click on videos and start scrolling. If you just go to the archives, click videos, and start scrolling, I guarantee you most of the questions or things that you guys are interested in, we already have in here. So there's, oh yeah, Kubernetes automation with Pulumi and Go. There's 2 VODs on it. So you can take this one, and then definitely take a look ski. But yeah, dude, there's, at this point, we've got 64 VODs, I think, or 60 something VODs on YouTube now. Like, we got a lot of content up now. It's just, it's not, that is literally, chat, why we have the Alt F4 stream one, because of that, of like what just happened, right? Because unfortunately, people are used to getting this in like 15-minute, 10-minute, 5-minute intervals, right? And we're just not doing a great job of cutting those down right now and getting these quicker videos out sooner. However, we do have, and we are also getting all of the VODs out so that they're back and caught up. So like, again, basically anything we've ever streamed over the past few months is in these VODs. Yeah. I have to use Plex just plain and simply because I bought the lifetime license. So like, it just makes sense for me to use it, you know? Blank. Oh my gosh, Blank, dude, thank you for the 2 months, man. Thank you so much, Blank 507. I appreciate that. With the Prime Subby too, man. Thank you for the support. I remember you did a bunch of Pulumi with Go. You had to migrate the infra fast to cloud of Electricity Townsend. Did those VODs get all? Yeah, those are all there too. Yeah. If you go to YouTube again and you go to the Alt F4 archives, right? And we go to videos. That was a while ago. So that's probably going to be in the few beginnings here. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, here it is. Preparing for power outage part 2. Yep. So here you go. There you go. Yep. Like I said, just check the archives. The archives really does have everything in it. I find it insane you need to pay for something to effectively host it. That's just because, like, and I don't mean to sound dickish here, but that's just because you have literally sucked the free and open source teat for so long, you don't understand any other way of doing things. And that's fine. Like, I'm not trying to attack you, Crane. I just, like, There's like a specific part of like, I feel like the fucking world where like everybody is just doing free open source stuff. Yo, Technocat, hold on. I'll answer your question in just a second. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss your question. I'll get to your question in just a second. But yeah, it's really like an American versus Europe thing. Like, I'm just so, like, I'm used to it. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I see it and I'm like, okay, well, you know, we're not doing this communally, which sucks, but it is a company that is like putting money into making this great. You know what I mean? So yeah, like that's the hard part about it, you know? I don't think it's bad to do open source stuff. I just think you've done it so long and you're so used to it and your mental state is focused on like, I'm not going to do it, you know, a paid way. I'm going to do it a free way. Like, I think that is just the difference here. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a terrible take per se. I think it's just a clearly different way of looking at things. That's all. Yeah. I don't think it's a bad thing either. Again, not trying to say it negatively. I actually prefer the Plex model. I do too. It's insane that these free projects provide billions of dollars of value. And that's good. Like, that's good. That's what impacts the company or the industry. All right, so Technocrat, let me respond to yours. So for someone familiar with Pulumi, how does it relate to something like GitOps with Argo CD for controlling deployments? It doesn't. So Technocrat, Pulumi is essentially the same thing as Terraform, right? It's just a tool that you use to run automation against things. If you want to have like what you're kind of essentially talking about, which is like the reconciliation loop, which is like, okay, I want something to change and change when I change something, right? Which is like GitOps. That's entirely, you have to like create that around Pulumi. Pulumi doesn't just like trigger on, it does on some change. Yeah. Pulumi doesn't really trigger actually on anything now that I think about it. Yeah, it doesn't really trigger on anything. If you use like Terraform, you could use like Terraform Cloud, for example, you know what I mean? And you could lean on that, and Terraform Cloud does like watch your repository and then like use your runners to, you know what I mean, create automation that way. But yeah, you basically, you have to add, there's more, like Pulumi out of the box by itself doesn't do any of that. It just runs automation against, you know, the things you point it at. To get it to automatically do it, yeah, you can use an operator like Orca saying, the Kubernetes operator that can work with Flux, and then that can use, you know, work with Argo and stuff like that, or to compete against it. Sorry, not work with it, but to use it against, you know, as a alternative. Yeah. Yes, because I'm a moral human being that isn't a fan of Adam Smith. Okay, that's fair. Because at the end of the day, Plex is paying people a reasonable way to make. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, that's, yeah, you're probably, no worries, Technocrat. You're totally fine, dude. I'm sorry it took me a second to respond to that. I do not want you to think I was trying to avoid you. Bigger questions that have like a few paragraphs, my brain is just mentally programmed to be like, okay, let's get all the small ones out of the way first. So yeah, sorry about that. I didn't mean to make you feel like I was ignoring you. I don't want anyone to feel that way. So no, huge fan of TF, but why Pulumi? Not a huge fan of TF over Pulumi, but why Pulumi over TF? Basically, to use your own language, right? Terraform uses HCL. They do the same thing underneath the hood, but like when we talk about like what they do or how they do the thing that they do, Terraform provides HCL, which is a much simpler domain-specific language. This DSL is specific to Terraform, and it makes it very easy to. Well, I guess it's not specific to Terraform now. It used to be, but they've added support with HCL and like other places in their products and stuff. But Terraform is mostly just HCL, or at least that's the default. Now I know chat. I know your date on screen is very strange. Oh yeah, it's in a reverse circumstance. Now, no jump. I'm gonna do exactly what you just did, which is, excuse me, there is actually a Terraform CDK. If you did not know, yes, there is. I don't ever suggest it though. Do you know why? Because Terraform CDK requires you to do something called synthesize. You have to synthesize things. Jesus. My brain just like broke there. But basically what Terraform CDK does, if we go to Terraform CDK, Terraform CDK does allow you to write in other languages. This is true in a few other languages, right? But what happens is it gets essentially synthesized or retranslated into JSON. And then you run the exact same thing in Terraform anyways. Yeah, so it literally all Terraform did, sorry, but to be fair, is they just wrote a wrapper around what they already had so that it can then generate to what they already have. I'm not a fan of that. Pulumi is like first class natively supported in these languages. Each language has its own SDK. They've spent a lot of time in like generating, providers for Pulumi and things like it's very more focused on solving the problem the right way with code, or the right way with languages, instead of just being like, oh, well, we could just translate stuff. That's fine, Yeah, Fubanana, that's fair. I should probably switch that around. So instead of it being like 11, I think the reason why it's confusing right now is because it's like November and stuff. Honestly, up until now, nobody said anything. But now that I look at it, I see, yeah, it should probably be like 22, 11, 20, or 11, 23 maybe, or something like that. It could be an ISO too. It's literally JavaScript. Yeah, that's literally JavaScript, chat. I wrote a little JavaScript like thing to just like constantly update the map. Sorry, not the map, the thingy. It doesn't seem that chat wants you to do that. No, I think it's year, month, day. I think it's this, right? Yeah, exactly. What No JMP said. Yeah. That's what I do. On another note, didn't Plex get hacked a couple weeks ago? Pay for inferior technology. Calm down, bro. Cran, I love you, but calm down, okay? Calm down. Calm the down, okay? It's definitely not inferior. We're gonna work on the wording of things. Let's say a good or an alternative, but maybe not inferior per se. But I don't know. Did they? I think they did actually. Yeah, I think Plex had a hack recently. Confirms data hack. Yeah, user details and passwords stolen. Whatever. Cool. I just reset my password and call it a day. Because why? Why do I not care about these things, chat? Do you know why BG does not give a flying about hacks these days? Do you know why? Because BG does not use one password on like 9,000 same fucking websites. Yeah, exactly. Oh no, my password, new one. Like I don't worry about it. The worst thing that can happen, well, I don't want to say the worst thing that can happen because I'm sure a lot of worse things could happen, but like the thing that probably helps me the least in this scenario is just if they don't report it. That's it. If a company doesn't report a hack and I'm not aware of it to like change my password or things like that, then yeah, that sucks. You know what I mean? But yeah, once I know, in and out. And again, every single one of my accounts since like 2012 have been all created under separate things now. I've crashed websites with a 2. Nice. That's actually awesome. 100 character passwords go burr. I normally do 50 characters. Cause like once you start getting up to like 100, like it like JMP said, sorry, brain fart. You can start breaking stuff. And like what's funny too is there's a lot of places that won't tell you how, like, what the maximum. Dude, who here has dealt with that? This frustrates me the most is when somebody doesn't, or when a website doesn't tell you the cap, and then it just lets you put in the longest password you want, and then you go back to the site and it's like, oh yeah, no, it was actually only 16 characters. And then you're like, oh god, I hate it when sites do that. I just tell me the limitations of what I need. Okay, thank you. Regarding Pulumi versus Terraform CDK. That makes me sus. There's a lot of sites that do that, actually. Regarding Pulumi versus Terraform CDK, I think Terraform is way better because it can have less bugs between languages. It transforms into something that you can inspect, debug. The end result is something that was tested. So let me break this down step by step. I think Terraform is way better. Okay, that's an opinion, fair. Because it can have less bugs between languages. So let's break that first one down. Because it can have bugs between, or less bugs between languages. Technically, if you're just using Terraform in its natural sense with HCL, this doesn't matter. Because HCL is just one language. So it doesn't, you can't say like, oh, because Pulumi naturally supports multiple languages, which just introduce multiple. Oh, hang on, chat. I'm getting a call. I think this is a call that I need to take. Hold on one second. Our dishwasher and our garbage disposal stopped working simultaneously about a week ago. And I messaged our landlords or our renters or whatever, the people who, own the house. And I was like, hey, this is not a water problem. This is not a plumbing problem. Things that have power do not have power. I'm going to be fair. They send me an email back with nothing except for a README on how to reset it. Like reset the dishwasher, and don't respond, don't call, don't anything. And they basically say in the message, it's like, just so you know, these are common household things so that we don't have to send out a technician. And I'm like, dude, I understand that I'm still kind of young and learning how to like have a house and stuff, but like, bro, I've broken it down. I've tried everything. I literally said in the phone call, it is an electrical problem. You need to send somebody out. They waited a week and a half to even respond to me. And so yesterday I called them. I was like, listen, this is an electrical problem. This is not a plumbing problem. You need to send somebody out now. Here's the kicker part, chat too. They wanted to charge us more because it's Thanksgiving week, even though I sent out the request last week. So it's just like, what? So anyways, yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. Yo, Critzy, thank you for the 9 months, buddy. How's it going, Critzy? Good to see you too, man. It has been a long time. Sorry, I just had to vent for a second there. Any landlord telling his tenant to mess with electricity is sounding. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm just like, dude, just send somebody out so I don't freaking shock myself to death. Yo, the Code of Lime. Thank you for a follow. Unbelievably stupid. Just had to deal with that. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it when that happens. So many websites don't tell you the limit of passwords. And so they'll just take like the first characters they can. And then they'll just be like, all right, that's saved. It's like, what? I don't know what the password actually is now. Okay. So what have we done, chat? What have we done today? Well, we started out by talking about, the fact that we're moving out of our vCenter data center approach and we're moving into a more, what we'll call like a more micro deployment approach where, we don't have a lot of stuff running on-prem anymore. We really don't have to be super worried about a lot of stuff running on-prem anymore. And so what we want to do is we want to take what's left, right, which is really just the recording pipeline, and we want to run it somewhere in its own little spot. We don't want to run a Kubernetes cluster for like everything, right? Now we're just going to run a K3s cluster for the recording pipeline, or the K3s, basically just run K3s on its own for that recording pipeline. And so then what did we do? We jumped into K3s. We talked a little bit about it. I got it set up on my personal computer, right? We got a bit of an understanding of like how networking works with it, how volumes work with it, how to get started with it. All of that we've done today, chat. Right. And then we also provisioned ourselves our very own Nix VM, right, with the ability of also, configuring it so that the idea is these are going to be the VMs, or this is how we're going to run deployments going forward. We're going to have NixOS VMs, right, on-prem. And these NixOS VMs will have configurations inside of them to do what we need. And so in this case, you'll see here, this NixOS VM has containerd, it has Docker. And then if we look here, we also have, boom, K3s, right? And so now if I do, K3s, kube control, get nodes, bam, we can see that my NixOS VM actually has Kubernetes installed on it, and K3s is, accessible. And not only that, but I can now also go to my personal VM, right? And then just do export, right? And then point my Kubernetes control or my kube control locally to that VM, and look, now I have access to it remotely as well. So this is the goal. This is what we want to do, right? We want to have like these micro deployments and really just have isolated, maybe again, like, and we might even have multiple Kubernetes clusters. Like if it's this easy, bro, like real talk, if it's just, and I mean, again, I'm a dummy. Cran, you'd even be embarrassed, man. I forgot that we could use NixOS to create these VMs locally. And here I am like running Ubuntu to set this stuff up. And like, yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to have these configurations, and these configurations will be unique for each VM, and these configurations may have Docker in them. It may have a whole Kubernetes setup in them. It may have, just binaries running in them, but I think on-prem going forward for our virtual machines, we're going to try and do as much NixOS as humanly possible. And then the last thing we did, right, is we also created our new Pulumi recording pipeline repository, right? And so I can actually clone this, right? And so we'll say alt, right? Git clone bear. And so there we go. We now have our recording pipeline publisher, Pulumi, subscriber, worker. And if I go here, wt add main, right? Go mod init, bam. We are now ready to start working with Go if we need to. Actually, I probably need to move this to the Go path. But anyways, you get the idea. And so now what we're going to do is, or what I'm going to do is this automation here, the automation you see here, we were talking about what we need to keep, right? What we need to get rid of, right? Stuff like that. And so this is the last of the automation. Cran, watch yourself, bud. You might be going down a path you don't mean to be right now. If mods are saying something. So I'm just saying out of love. That's it. I'm just saying out of love. I just saw the message. So don't feel like you can't communicate though. Why run microclusters? What do you gain over Docker Compose or just running it on the OS outside of a container? Automation, technocrat. I have a lot of this stuff already written in automation, and I don't have it for other platforms. Like a lot of this is already in Kubernetes. You know what I mean? A lot of this is already like, I said, if you don't make money, you will die. That isn't controversial. Oh, I didn't read. My bad. I didn't read. I apologize. That's totally my fault. I didn't read that. That's fair. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. My bad. Cran, my bad. Orca, my bad. Sorry, I wasn't aware. Yo, the Rob White, 24 months, dude. Holy crap, bro. Thank you for the... Listen, I'm going to say this because I love the fact that you've been here for so long, the Rob White Twitch. Thank you, man. Seriously, like, I remember one of the first times you came in and I saw, the dash or the underscore Twitch thing, and like, it always just stuck with me. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the 2 years, dude. 2 years. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so that's kind of the idea here is like we've already, and like technocrat, if we can do this where we can have these like micro clusters, essentially, we have the ability of keeping that whole, like, we want to lean on Kubernetes and have it run anywhere, right? We're talking about solving our problems, right? If I move out of the Kubernetes world, then I have to figure out automation around that. I have to figure out a lot of other stuff around that. And we already run Kubernetes like everywhere else, right? So going with this microcluster approach just really makes it easier for us to stay within the house that we're already in, right? We can still use the same Pulumi. Like, I don't even have to, like, if I really didn't want to, I could just point this automation to the K3's, microcluster and be done. That's it. The only reason why I'm not doing that is because I also want to, I want to move this code out of this repository and put it into the new, recording pipeline. And another reason why we want to do these microclusters is because this is what we're moving towards. We are starting to step away from like having one big global automation thing, right? And we're stepping towards now like having, micro automation repositories that are just focused on this, because now recording pipeline is completely portable. If I wanted to, I can take this automation by itself and I can run it against 100 different clusters. It wouldn't matter. I'd always get the recording pipeline, right? Same thing for, or that we can't say this about this because this has got Rabbit, it's got Redis, it's got Ingress Nginx. Like we can't do that here. And this is a big limitation that I've ran into with trying to put all of my automation in one folder on one cluster and like keeping it all, together. But as we slowly decouple these things, it makes it so that I can put the recording pipeline anywhere. I can put, other things anywhere. And as long as I'm using Kubernetes and these other things that we've agreed to use, they can be moved anywhere. I've never seen that. No. NixOS generators supported formats. Oh, nice. I will take a look at that. That is very cool. All right, guys. Well, I hate to say it, but I actually got to get going. That phone call I had was, again, of the technician. He's just about to be here in a few minutes, so I gotta get off so I can help him. Hope to God, chat, that he fixes our dishwasher and garbage disposal. But thank you guys. Seriously, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I know I've expressed this to you guys that I'm still going through things right now. I'm still processing a lot of, personal things at the moment. So I really appreciate you guys being supportive for me. It means a lot. And at least being willing to just listen, it really does. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of our community. Remember, if you are new with our wonderful community, it is a co-hosted channel by myself, BG, as well as my good friend Atoda. Basically, during the week, you get to, and here's another thing. I want you to be aware of this. I'm going through these changes and I'm going through these things because I want to be better for you guys, right? And a big thing for that is getting us back to a constant schedule. I want to be streaming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday again. I don't want to I don't mind taking breaks, but like, just be aware that I'm also doing this to hopefully get us all, in a nicer place where we're more content's coming out and stuff like that. So I appreciate the patience and I really do. Thank you. Again, during the week, I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and that's something, again, I'm trying to make sure that it stays that way now. And again, I'm glad where we are. I normally stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays anywhere between 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then on the weekends, you get to actually hang out with Atoda, who's completely brand new to programming. He's learning a lot of this stuff from scratch, so you're welcome to hang out with him as well. But again, this is a co-hosted stream. Remember, we also do have our YouTube. The YouTubes are still in progress, right? The Alt F4 stream, I would recommend subscribing to both because, again, with this one, the Alt F4 stream one, our main one, you're going to get basically everything we do here compressed and in a nice little package that you can enjoy in either 15, 10, or 5. It's like I planned to test different time lengths, chat, to see how they worked. And you know what's interesting? 15 minutes played the best, but it's also some other things here. So subscribe to this channel if you guys want the short snippets of stuff. However, this channel, the Alt F4 Archives, is literally all of our VODs. All of our VODs. So if you're wanting to go learn something new, click on videos and just start scrolling. Click on videos and hit popular, right? Just look around. Most of the stuff we've done in the past 6 to 9 months is more than likely on this already, and probably could help you out if you were interested. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Outside of that, please be sure to join the Discord. Our Discord is really where our community grows. We are trying to grow our Discord as well too. We have really focused on helping people and like solving problems and asking questions. Remember, you're more than welcome to hop in our Discord and ask a question directly if you want. Also, just contribute to the conversation as well if you want to. So thank you guys again. Remember, YouTube. Also, we got the socials. So feel free to follow us on the tweeters if you want to see me basically embarrass myself, because I am not good at social media at all. But yeah, thank you guys. I for you guys who are celebrating it, I hope you guys have a very very nice holiday weekend, or nice Thursday and Friday. Happy Turkey Day. And yeah, thank you guys. I don't know if I'm streaming Friday. I I don't know if I'm streaming Friday. I might. I really got to see how I feel after Thursday. All right, let's go find somebody to raid. Thank you guys again so much. Let me see who we can raid here. Who do we have? We actually haven't raided Anthony in a while. We raided Began yesterday. Let's go raid Anthony. We haven't raided Anthony Writes Code in forever. This is one of the homies. We've gotten to be able to literally hang out with them in person, spend time with them. Anthony's an amazing person. He's also super smart. So if you guys have questions about Python, especially things like that, ask him. He's a super great guy. Make sure to give him a follow as well. Follow through with this raid. And guys, thank you so much. Again, more times than not when I go live, I remember how much you guys mean to me, especially with, life-changing circumstances like this and stuff. So thank you. Enjoy the raid. Have a very fantastic rest of your day. And I hope to see you Friday if I do stream Friday. And if not, I will definitely see you all Saturday. I better see you Saturday. All right, guys. Enjoy Anthony's stream. Have a good one. Love you.